So that's exactly what you want to hear going into a duos competition is your teammate having confidence, and he knows Aqua's already qualified for solos as well. He's going to play there tomorrow, so we'll see that pair going forward. We're going to continue down on the floor with our next group. It's Cease and Elevate, Landjock, Punisher, Wishy DP, and Gustavox. And then Little and Jay.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
Finally,
I'm back.
Mega and Dubs, you can see on the left side of your screen right now.
And I just want
There's excitement, bro. That's what I like to see.
Don't get enough credit. There was a post on the competitive subreddit about it.
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing?
At the beginning was the most consistent eliminator above every other one of the quote-unquote more popular or better players. Cease was above all of them, and he has dominated.
All these players is on their mic, I know.
He's also qualified for
That's just what I said,
And
you
Dark
little.
Punisher right after them. This is a duo that, again, also doesn't get enough credit. But hey, there's 50 of them here today. Landjock, one of the people that a lot of the community thinks has the best creative 1v1 skills in honestly the pro community. So we'll see whether he can convert that today. It's another stage. It's a lot of differences. It's going to go down to it.
And then Wishy and Gustavox 8 are known for being very aggressive and executing pinch maneuvers incredibly well. If you isolate from your teammate for a second, and we're talking one grid space, they will take advantage. And
What up, Alpha? How you doing?
The original S2 boys coming out of NA West who said, hey, we might be young, but we'll go against anyone. We don't care who it is. We'll push you. We'll take your wall. We'll take the high ground. We are going to beat you. And then talking about taking the walls, Bala.
Yeah, talking about taking the walls. Mega and Dubs are in this group too, and there's so much to say about them. But
I don't understand these. Oh, I see. They're going week by week. Makes sense. Makes sense. I was in a lobby with a 9-year-old and he said he won a Fortnite Cup. Lol. Oh, we've watched this video too, bro.
My name is Danny Walsh. You guys know me as Dubs.
This video is dope though.
And I'm 16 years old. What I love about dirt biking is the freedom you have. It's like using a rift late game.
There is no rifts
Having
anymore.
freedom of going wherever you want.
But you know, okay.
Time to get back to grinding. Alright boys, I'm back. Let's run it.
There's nobody there in your call.
A day in a life with Dubs. First thing I do is wake up at 12, hop in the shower, get some food.
What time are you gonna start gaming now?
Probably in like 10 minutes.
Alright.
That's
And
a
then
nice
I'll do
sandwich.
some aim training.
Bro, it's too hot, man. It's too hot. I can't sit.
I hop in creative, warm up my builds,
Hold up. Ouch.
and then scrim for the rest of the day. I was a skateboarder. I skateboarded every day. My brother, he taught me how to skateboard when I was young.
I guess he thought it was cool because I was doing it, and I would take him to all the different skate parks I would go to.
So I was 13 years old, skateboarding at Woodward Skate Camp, and the first day I was there,
Bro, a lot of
I
these
ended up
pussies just
breaking my knee,
joining the stream and
which
leaving,
I
yo.
then had to go get a cast. I was in the cast for about.
Might as well unsub, yo. I don't want your dumb ass here, anyways.
It was a long road back for Danny. He was stuck
Sad
inside.
face.
I had to do something, so he made him very comfortable and got him a good setup for gaming.
That's how I fell in love with gaming, because that's the only thing I could do.
I really never got him back on a skateboard after that, and he kind of found who he was.
His brother's dope.
He really just blew up overnight.
What up, Lazy?
If I hadn't broken my leg, I would not be where I'm at right now. I'm a professional.
Everything
Fortnite
happens
player.
for a reason, I guess, huh?
Oh my, he picks it up! Says Baloney.
Solos is my strong point.
Okay, my heart's racing right now.
You can dominate by going for picks or playing for high ground.
Make some noise for Red 6.
First time I qualified
Woo!
for the World
No.
Cup, it was crazy.
We don't deserve no noise.
Shocked at what I had just done.
He was not with an organization. They were thinking, who is this guy? He's got to be cheating. Nobody knows who he is. He was on a mission to prove them wrong.
Dub said, look, I've qualified. I'm just going to come back and just flex on literally the entire region.
To prove them all wrong, I qualified 4 times for solos and once for duos and joined FaZe Clan.
Dub's
Yes.
consistently good.
I play with so much confidence.
Guys, hit that like button,
so
or
much
you're a
that
pussy.
I just want to put every minute into grinding. So I can be the best player I can be.
That, honestly, in retrospective, I know it was stressful when it happened, but it has to be the biggest compliment that you are quite literally so good, averaging just inside 5th overall with the solo placings, that the entire community thinks you're cheating. That you are that much better, that everyone's there. There's no way, and you saw it there. Him and Mega had one of the most ridiculous performances, racking up close to 50 points in their last 2 matches to qualify. And I mean, it was nuts, but now time to get into the next group.
Yeah, let's go ahead forward. The first pair is XXM and Mende out of China. And then following them up is Airwax and Nikov, Hunter and Kinstar, Lenif and Kinton, SSK.
Bro, these fucking Asians looking dope.
Bolts and Parby on the right there.
Look at her style, bro.
And then we're the only Chinese team to qualify through the
Never mind, they're
round.
wearing
And then
Fortnite
Airwalks and Nikov, and then
merge.
Hunter and Keenstar. The Solari
Lol.
brothers, the group qualifying all within the same week, and Airwalks taking his repeat.
Airwalks,
title
Nikov,
yesterday
Hunter,
with
Kinstar.
RF Prime, saying it was easy claps, 12 points clear of the South Korean duo. And then
A lot of underdogs,
just
yo.
recently being signed to Navi, representing them on the stage, looking to make a name for themselves, and they're hyper aggressive.
One of the duos I think a lot of people need to look out for, though, is SSK7 and Jamside, known for their aggressive style of play, always fighting for high ground earlier than most people. And then
How is
not
this still
giving it
duos
up.
week 6
Nobody is going to be able to
qualifiers?
contest them off high ground. They get tons of eliminations.
1,
because of
2,
it, but we'll see if that might bite them
3,
here today.
And you talk about insanely aggressive.
4.
Most people, you need
There's
to
literally
dive them
4.
into
Oh,
shield,
actually, yeah, that makes
broken,
sense.
Or maybe white damage to go after.
I don't know if it makes
Bolts
sense or
and
not,
Parby,
actually.
if you move
I'm
and they see a
confused.
pixel, they're going. They raise all kinds of chaos in NA East when playing in the trio.
7 minutes
Now
till
we're
it
gonna get a
starts,
chance to
everyone, I
talk
think.
To the aggressive Oceania duo down on the floor.
7
Jordan, what do you have
minutes.
for us?
I've got Parby and Volks here, 2 of the most astonishing talents out of Oceania. You guys are coming all the way over from not only Australia, but New Zealand, facing off against some of the best talent. Not only
They're from New Zealand too?
but the rest of the world. We've seen that there are different play styles from kind of everywhere. We all know this, but
How crazy
going
that 2
into
duos
this,
from New
how
Zealand
do you
qualified, bro.
prepare?
That's
How does one
actually nuts.
prepare, up against these play styles?
I just eat a fruit salad, just have a shower, get off, get some water, have a fruit salad, and then just try to get hyped.
Love it, regardless of the region. That's great. Fruit salad, you can take care of NA East and EU and everybody. Now, the most astonishing thing here is this record, this elim record of 102 that you guys had, the single most elims in 1 week. I don't think anybody would expect for either of you guys to be super W key today because of what you're up against, but what is your strategy going into this?
Just play slow and just hopefully make it to endgame and just get high. That's basically it.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to see it here very soon. We can't wait.
I'm disappointed that routine of
The
2
bro,
fruit salads
these
in
kids
the
are
morning
like-
isn't gonna give them the confidence to
I don't know how to
continue
put
what we
it,
know and love
but, like,
about them, the W key
They're
mentality.
so like
I honestly
fucking
thought he
dead.
was just gonna turn and look at Jordan and be like,
There's
"W
no
key."
excitement, bro.
Forward the whole time, but they know when to play intelligently and
They're,
play
like, zoned
right.
out,
Let's
bro.
get into our next group.
Literally,
Against
like,
all
my
of
man said
NA
good
East
luck,
and
and that guy
NA
just turned his
West.
back and walked
Petra
away.
And Eclipse, Ronaldo and Zip, Sean and Aiden and Rote. DW
Aiden,
and
like, look at
Lucio.
Aiden, bro.
And a
That's what's
quick
up.
shout out to Eclipse in particular.
Now, this is a
I've
nice
gone to his
group of
backpack a
people.
number of times personally, and we had to do some
These
tests,
dudes are
and they had a
excited.
phenomenal qualifying week, and then
You can tell by their
instant
pictures as
athletes,
well,
some of the
bro.
highest placements in the week they
Nice.
played. They popped off at TwitchCon, came out of nowhere, and people were like, who are you guys?
Oh shit, that was Ronaldo and Ziff.
Run, going to look to make a run at it here today.
And then what more can you say about
Cheaters.
Sean and Aiden? I mean, this is a duo that we've seen time and time again. A favorite out of NA West that week. Then they came out of, they clutched up and did amazing things. Both of them took part of our Pro-Am tourney
I
yesterday.
hope Aiden and Sean does well, man.
DW and Blue Team, one of my personal favorite duos, they came together after week 4 saying, hey, we need to do something different. Roy came onto the scene during the Winter Royale, qualified through the open format, and looks to punish people's mistakes at all points of the game. You talk about hyper-aggressive players early, you can't stop him from going, but the one person who does is Blue Team, known for his calm decision-making, kind of turning off all emotions and just making the right decisions. They have a fantastic pair and chemistry, and I mean, I'm excited to hear what they had to say leading into the competition. It's going to be just absolutely amazing.
Hi, Felicia.
Fantastic. We've got Blue T and Rote DW here. Two
Bro, Blue T is hella short.
Incredibly mechanically gifted players here. Blue T, you've placed consistently in the top 15 over the last year from the Winter Royale qualifiers, the Secret Skirmish,
That's a
and
really good
top
player,
5
bro.
in the Share the Love event. How are the two of you together going to work to secure this #1 spot today?
I'm just going to give this guy a bunch of call-outs, make sure he's safe and alive, and once we hit late game, he's just going to slay out.
Slay out away. We can't wait.
It's going to
Didn't even talk to the other guy.
It's going to be so incredible to see if they can make that dynamic work on the stage. They have such great teamwork, and they really they have distinct play styles over the faces of the game, and if they can
Start
rolling,
the
they might be able to
games.
challenge towards that top. Now on to our next group, because we're excited to keep the introductions rolling. It's Item and Derox, Oslo and Bad Sniper, 4ZR and No Word, Red Rush and Snappy, and then Yu Wang and KBB. This is a bunch of guys out of Europe, and then the Chinese qualifiers coming out of the Tencent track. And I mean, some of these guys are incredibly skilled.
Yu
Item
Wang
Derox with
and
that
KBB,
ridiculous 40
Snappy,
elimination victory
Red
round
Rush.
during the semifinals, and then they
Hey,
carried
another
the
Swede, baby. Let's go.
into the Sunday.
Yeah, one of the only times we saw
I
actually
thought Red
consistency
Rush was
from the
Swedish too,
semifinals
bro.
carry over into the finals, but another team that actually started breaking through in the finals towards the end, which led them to qualify as Oslo and Bad Sniper. And I think something very interesting about this group, or this duo in particular, they're going to be contesting at Tilted Towers, and they are very proficient at doing so.
They will be in the
Oh,
fray, and if Bad
Ooh,
Sniper
Tilted
gets that
Towers,
Sniper
bro.
in his hands, here's a joke.
It's
His
actually
MO
called
line is
Neon
actually not
Tilted,
Bad
but you know.
Sniper, because he hits all of those shots, will be looking to make them pay. Now, 4ZR and Nord, also another very aggressive pair, but kind of just like to chill out at times. They like find themselves on the edge, take the rifles. If they know they have an advantage, they go. We've seen them before as well in the Winter Royale.
Yeah. And then on the bottom right there, Yu Wang and KBB, they came out of the Tencent track, which was a competition that was hosted out in China. And so I think a lot of people didn't see those games and don't really know what these two are all about. Let's continue and find out more about them.
心情的话，非常亢奋吧，就可以跟各国的选手切磋。如果想跟一个队来对抗的话，我更希望是跟芒果那队。
要对游戏的
It's crazy how many people look up to Mongrel, bro. That's actually amazing.
对游戏的理解，
还要有一个信仰吧，就是想成为冠军的一种念头。毕竟职业就是要奔着冠军去的。
喜欢这款游戏，然后对游戏的理解程度，然后对自己的技术非常的自信。
心情就感觉跟做梦一样，但这一切都是靠自己努力得来的，就非常的好。冠军等着我们！
So happy to see their level of excitement and to be here representing China through those Tencent track. It was amazing to watch them play in those games. A distinct different style, but also very built-in rifle-centric. Will be one of 2 Chinese teams representing. And now into our last section of qualifiers. These were the guys who ended up qualifying in the
Lorenzo, can you
final
please
week,
stop
the
fucking
last
begging for
chance
subs,
to
dude?
be there. It's Slacks and Keys.
Does it look like there's people that would want to sub to you
Zone and
begging?
King, Epic Whale and
Please,
4DR
bro,
Storm,
grow up.
And then Vinny and Zexro. And I mean, so many of these guys we could talk about right now, but the one I want to focus on, King
Vinny and
Zone
Zexro, bro.
coming
I
out of
hope they do
Argentina.
well.
They are ridiculously
I hope
aggressive.
Calculator
They
dies
know
to
how
fall
go
damage.
full send, and I think people will be surprised. They're
In
able
game.
to execute on a level where if they
Of
get
course.
rolling, it's going to be very hard to stop them.
It's one of the same situations as the kind of Chinese duo, at least at smaller extents. because a lot of these guys don't know how they play, don't know how to respond when the play style that they haven't gone up against is shown. But one duo I want to talk about is Epic Whale and Storm, because this is one of the few fully qualified duos. We'll see both of them tomorrow, and what a way to do it, because they came together at the last second as well.
They came together in the final week knowing it was their last opportunity, and they wanted to be there. They wanted 2 seats on the stage in each one of the competitions that really separated themselves. But speaking of somebody who separated themselves, Zexro and Vinny. Zexro,
No, you.
The original pioneer of the my wall now. I'm going at you. I will win the game with 16+ eliminations, and there's nothing you can do about it. Him and Vinny broke through everything, coming over not only Zexro's wrist issues, but a little bit of kind of turbulence between them. They're actually not even going to be doing after this competition, so this will be a last hurrah, and let's see what Zexro and Vinny have to say.
We've got Vinny and Zexro here. Very excited to see you guys. I know that a lot of people are thrilled and excited to see what you guys have planned for today. You both have been competing both very well in duos and solos over the course of the year. How do you think that the competition today is going to compare to the rest of the competitions that you've had leading up to the scrims, whatever the case may be?
For sure, the competition's definitely going to be hard today. Probably the hardest competition yet, but I'm very confident for us to succeed today. So
awesome. Well, we believe in you guys. Now, Zexro, you told us after qualifying for the last week of duos that you were suffering from some tendonitis. Preparing for a competition like this, especially at such a high caliber, there's got to be a lot of stress involved with that. How have you been physically preparing for today?
So basically, I didn't really play much, and then I would just VOD review and everything. I would just play on the qualifier days, take a lot of a leave, you know, and then it started going away at the end, and then qualified, so we're chilling.
Fantastic. Well, we're all really excited to see you guys. I know that a lot of people are, a lot of TSM fans here and all over the world. It's going to be a great day.
There you have it. It's proof that it's not all about just grinding and playing all the way through. You got to do your VOD review. You got to take care of your body, get those wrist stretches in. That's Zexro's story there. We'll see how.
Yeah, you would know about that, Balla.
One final group of duos
The VOD
left
reviews
on the floor. It's going to be Serpent and Hype, Wolfies and Rojo, Skite and Vato, 4 wins and Tux, Kluja and
Let's
Thomas
go.
HD, and then finally.
Oh no,
and
not
Nick.
that Fortnite cringe dancer. Please stop.
Serpent and Hype with the original Can You Translate It to Sunday? They won so many of those semifinals, and in the last week were able to do it. I got an opportunity to actually talk with Rojo in the practice room, and he says he's excited to be here, wants to play, wants to get on the stage, and knows he'll be able to enact their game plan. He wouldn't tell me what
This
it was,
group,
and
I want
wouldn't leak it
Vorven
anyway.
and Tux to
The
do
Scream
well.
duo, kind of a little bit of parity there.
Yeah.
Vinny and Zexro Skype battling a ton of wrist issues and then able to overcome it. And
Bro, it's
I got
past
to see
7.
him
Wasn't
as
it
well.
meant to
He's
start
like,
at 7?
I'm happy. I'm glad I'm here, man. And it was
Swear
a
down.
fantastic post he did about it.
Yeah, he had that twit longer where he basically went through how he lost his confidence because of his wrist issue and then gained it back because of the support of all you guys at home who supported Skype through his journey, and the French community doing so as well.
Let's go.
Moving on forward, Vorwin and Tux, somebody I think is very interesting because they qualified and moved through the entire, they switched duos at the last second, so same thing.
And then you have Kluja, a player who qualified as well for the solo competition, and Thomas, his partner from Singularity. And the final duo, Puz and Ming, representing from South Korea. Unfortunately, there was an Asian team who was unable
I
to
like
make
that
it.
E11
Puz and Ming
shirt,
having
bro.
won
That's
in the
kind of
Week 8
nice.
qualifier where there wasn't an additional spot, and on top of that, their
But there was
consistent
one his
placements
face, of
earned
course.
them that alternate spot coming out of the region. We had an opportunity to talk with them and have a package set up, and let's see what they had to say.
저는 밍이라고 하고 이제 아시아에서
Bro, the
진출했습니다.
glasses on the
저는
right guy
프랑스라고
makes him look
아시아에서
so much older.
진출한 사람입니다. 가장 좋은 성적을 내서 대체 선수로 뽑혀서 왔더니 이제 아시아에서 듀오 한 팀이 진출을 못해서 저희가 이제 좋은 기회를 얻게 되어서 이렇게 진출하게 되었어요. 온라인에서 상금을 이렇게 받으면서 같이 경쟁하는 게 마음에 들었어요. 유럽 선수들과 해보고 싶었어요.
저도요.
게임하기
Why
전에
only
이제
European?
계속 어떻게 게임을 플레이할지 생각을
I mean, I know
하고
we're good.
하는 거죠. 그냥 연습을 최대한 시간에 맞게 활용을 하고 최대한 많이 노력을 하다 보면
Got you, bro. Thanks for the advice. Thanks for the
I mean, I can
speech.
only imagine
Thanks for
what
your
is going through
words.
their heads first, taking the top spot in a week
But
where
I'm
there
trash.
wasn't a qualification spot, and then having one of the most consistently best placements, then being chosen as an alternate, and finding out you're going to be competing, having a chance to represent Asia and South Korea here, and they are very good. They're known for playing aggressively, trying to find a side of a zone, box themselves up, and get some shots towards the side of the rotation. If they can get that position, don't expect them to not be dangerous, because they will make some waves, and that's the competition. Those are all the players. Those are the 100 best Fortnite players in the world, the 50 best duos. And now there's a duo in particular. We talked about it. The loudest duo when they're announced. They want to be the loudest duo when all is said and done. We have Mitro and Mongrel down on the floor. Jordan, what do they have to say?
We are all so excited to see these two play, and honestly, to hear their comms. It's one of my favorite things when I watch these guys play. Now, competing online and competing at a LAN is two very, very different things, obviously. What is the preparation like going into competing at a LAN together?
Competing at LAN is definitely different. Personally, I like it more just because I like the environment, but online is easier, but I don't know, I just like LAN more.
Fair. You can't beat the energy in a stadium like this. A lot of people are really excited and stoked to be here.
Bro,
especially to
Mitra
see
is
you
so
guys play.
awkward, dog. Oh my god.
Thank you so much, Jordan.
Look
and now,
out.
just those
Ah,
guys, they sound excited, but that's it. Enough.
That kinda annoys me, bro.
The 50 best duos in the world are on the stage competing for their share of $15 million ball. And I mean, 6 games away from
What up,
winning
Jap
50
Talk?
million
I
to
don't.
the top duo.
Just think about that. 6 games, and then we'll find out who is the best duo in the world. Hands down, no question about it, the best. 6 games. We're going to do that real soon.
The duos world champions will be crowned, but that's it. The pre-show is over. Enough from us up here. We'll be breaking down gameplay later.
Let's
We're gonna
go.
toss it on
Finally,
inside to
bro.
kick the show off.
Some
You guys have a
gameplay.
good one.
Let's go, dude. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It hasn't started yet, has it? Why is this stadium not packed? Hello? Oh! I hear the bus. I see a United shirt. It's the same DJ guy. It better not be the same shit as yesterday.
Every single player out here, an absolute gamer, Jack. We've never seen anything like this.
Bro, it's gonna be so loud. How are they gonna focus? Okay, that was good. That was good. That was good. Was that Dr. Disrespect screaming? He's doing a good job, bro. Why is the stadium not more packed? Hello?
It's amazing. It's like you feel so free. It's ridiculous. And then we just kind of watched like our names pop up on the screen. It was pretty surreal. It was a huge sigh of relief.
Bro, this is such a surreal moment for these players, man. Enjoy your time, play good, and no matter how the results are, you got there. And got to play at the event. In New York, goddamn city. Start the game, bro. Let's go. Start it. Start the fucking game. They're not even in the pre-lobby yet. Oh, that's Destroy's dad, lol.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from my hometown, baby. New York City, where you at? Where you at? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. This is it, people. The moment that we've been waiting for. 10 weeks of competition leads to this. I'm your host, Golden Boy, and I couldn't be more pumped to be here because we're about to see the greatest Fortnite players in the world go up against each other in duos competition. Millions in prizing on the line, and most importantly, what's right behind me, the championship, the trophy, and the first ever Fortnite World Champion. We're gonna crown that today, and it's gonna be awesome.
Bro, someone's gonna become a millionaire in like 4 hours. One of these people, players, are gonna become a millionaire, dude, in just a few hours. Oh. Oh. Is that a new skin?
Now, I know everyone here is excited to get to the games, and we're going to do so in a little bit. The players are gearing up and getting ready to go. You know that each and every
Mike's
one of
messing
you
up, bro.
inside of this stadium, you're just pumped. You've had your opportunity to go out to the festival. You've managed to meet up with your friends and enjoy some great times here in New York City. And obviously, our players are here to win a world championship. And the good news is we have 2 players standing by with Jordan Fisher who are looking like they can contend for the top of the mountain.
Thank you, GB. You are a handsome man. Now, I'm going to be
Aiden
super,
and
super
Sean.
honest and very, very forward right now when I say that I've got 2 of my favorite people in
I
this
love
stadium
Aiden,
right
dude.
now that are competing together.
You gotta
2 of my
love
favorite
Aiden.
people to play with, 2 of my favorite people to watch and study. We have Sean and Aiden. Aiden, one of the most dominating controller players.
Damn,
in the
Sean
world.
and
He's
Aiden
proved
are
it
short,
time
bro.
And time again, with Sean on mouse and keyboard, one of the most mechanically skilled and gifted players in all of Fortnite. Now, with this combination of one of you on a controller and one of you on mouse and
He
keyboard,
said that
there's
to
gotta
every
be
player.
some pretty unique strategy that you guys can pull together. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, our synergy is great. Like you said, he's one of the best mechanical players. His tunnels are insane. Like, it's just insane watching him play. And just, you know, me being an aggressive player and having good aim, we really combo together well.
Having good aim.
1000%. Sean, you
I like
both,
that.
competed in the Pro-Am yesterday, which was a lot of fun. We all know that was a very sweaty lobby. But your thought process, your strategy going into today, tell me how that differs from yesterday and your performance there.
Well, I think yesterday was like super fast paced. You need to get kills to place well. But today we're going to go for end game, play super slow, and just hope we can kill it end game.
Fantastic. Well, we're all so excited to see you guys. GB, what do you have for us?
Always a pleasure to hear from the Ghost duo. They're going to look to go to the top, and they very well might do that. Now, I asked you guys earlier, I said, are you ready? So I'm going to ask you again, New York City, are you ready? Oh, no, I got to take the earpiece off. New York City, this is my hometown, and I know we can make some noise, so I'm asking you one more time. Are you ready?
Let's go.
The Fortnite World Cup Finals start now. Let's send it over to your casters, Courage and Ninja.
Woo, Ninja.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City.
Look how short Courage is.
Here today. My name
I'm probably the
is
same
Cam
height, to be
Courage
honest.
Dunlop. And well, guess what? I'm joined by a surprise guest appearance, Tyler Ninja Blevins. I am so excited for today's action. Ninja, dude, the emotion here is insane.
You have no idea, man. These guys have been playing for months, practicing, doing nothing but thinking, eating, sleeping, breathing Fortnite.
That's it, and it's all led to this. I know the nerves absolutely at an all-time high.
I'm nervous right now.
I'm just casting. I'm not even playing. Meanwhile, they're paying for $15 million, but it's not your normal.
Imagine if Ninja would have qualified. That'd be
Let's take a look
dope.
at the format, catch everyone up to speed. I know a lot of new eyes will be on Fortnite competitive today. And Ninja, here's the format for points. So, this is duos. If you place in the top 15 duos in this game, they earn 3 points.
Top 30,
Top 10,
35,
they earn
40
5
if
points.
solos.
Top 5, they earn 7 points. And finally, the Victory Royale, they earn 10 points. Now, those points cannot stack, meaning in a game, you can only get a max of 10 placement points. Also, 1 point per elimination. So finding that good balance between elims and placements will be very key.
Bro, first
Here's the
place
prize
gets
money
$3
breakdown.
million.
You've been involved in competitive gaming for a long, long time. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, I mean, you're looking at first place, $3 million. I mean, heck, I'd even settle for third at 1.8.
Settle for 1 point.
I'll settle. No, we've been playing. We've both been competing for a long time, and I've been competing for almost 10 years. Prize pool's never even come close to this. This is life-changing.
Yeah, absolutely mind-blowing numbers right there. Again, everyone who made it this far, $50,000 in their pocket, but their eyes are on that top 10. They want to jump up that prize money ladder. Again, we are live right now from the Fortnite World Cup Finals.
What up, Sean?
There are so many talented players here today from across the world. We want to hear your thoughts on Twitter. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Really, anywhere you can use hashtags. I know we both have our predictions, though.
Absolutely.
Who
you want to go first?
No. You go.
Look at Kinsta.
Standout that you're looking to see if they can take it home today.
Dude, man, I mean, I gotta give it up to Mongol and Mitro. I think they're gonna definitely close it out. They've been. I really am just super interested to see how they play. I've been watching a lot of their World Cups after they've already qualified. Hands down, one of the most aggressive duos throughout, the qualifications. But are they gonna do that here? Are they gonna go for placement?
Bro, Mongrel is gonna be screaming, and the people right next to him are not gonna be able to focus.
That's typically been their gameplay of choice. There's a look again at Mongrel and Mitro, both qualifying from Europe. You see, last time they played in the week they qualified, their drop of choice was Loot Lake. So will that remain the same today? These early game battles, these fights for the different points of interest will be so key. You go with a European duo. Yeah. I'm picking a European duo as well. Another young squad, Mr. Savage M and Benji Fishy. Dude, Mr. Savage M is cold-blooded. Every time I met him, I'm scared of him. They're absolutely insane, as you can see right here on your screen.
That's the wrong players. No.
These guys are two absolute tanks.
Bro, that's the wrong players.
I mean, you've watched all these guys.
That's not them.
But it's almost like these guys are in a class of their own.
They are. I mean, I've competed against some of these guys in some other online games as well. And, I mean,
bro, that's
watching
such a
Benji just play
face
out an
palm.
entire lobby by himself in squads is. It's like it's art, man. You know what these guys do? It's art. So enjoy.
I know Mr. Savage in a public match got like 40+ eliminations in season 9, which is.
They literally show the wrong players.
There are so many ways you can watch though this weekend. I've been just looking at my phone already. I'm seeing a million+ of you guys tuning in. As you guys know, so many ways to watch. You've got Twitch, YouTube, Twitter.
Solar Benji Fishy is from the UK too. He's another good player. You can see him in the background right now.
Individual feeds there that will be a crazy unique way to watch Fortnite competitive for the first time. I know everyone at home looking forward to seeing their top players perform. This place now, Ninja, is insane. I mean, this is one of the most ridiculous arenas I think I've ever seen for an esports event, and I know people flooding on in from the outside. I just can't wait to get it started.
Dude, this is literally what I've been waiting for like 3-4 months.
They actually fucked up the players' pictures on World Cup Day.
You're playing against, in a lobby, maybe like 4 or 5 of the teams who are actually here right now, but now this is going to be all of them in the same lobby. Every single battle is going to be the best players in the world fighting against one another. I'm excited to watch the early game when they're landing in their spots. I'm excited to watch the mid game during the rotations. I'm going to be taking notes, and you guys should too.
Oh, about to get in the game.
To bring up, we're going to be playing on siphon settings here, increased material favorite. Do you want to explain for everyone at home exactly how that all works?
I'd absolutely love to. So unlike normal matches, when you get an elimination, all right, you're going to be granted with 50 health or 50 shield, depending on what you're missing. And that's also going to give you 1 point as well. They also drop 50 mats of each, wood, brick, and metal. So, eliminations are definitely going to pay off.
That's
early
so
game if you
awkward.
stack up those materials.
Yep, and remember, that is when you get a full elimination, not when you knock down an opponent.
Correct.
So if I knock a player, you'll see in this, a lot more times teams will immediately try to finish that elimination, get the health, go pick up the materials, maybe secure some extra loot. There's a look at the lobby screen, and Ninja, I was laughing with you earlier when the players were warming up earlier today because they got some warm-up games in. Obviously, for many of them, it's their first time in a major LAN event. They wound up going through and they were just sitting at the spawn island like they were right now. I mean, look at the build battles happening on spawn island. They're all editing, they're all aiming. None of them are just sitting still. The nerves running through them insane. The average age in today's tournament,
15.
16 years old.
Close enough.
Some of these guys are going to walk away with $1 million+ this weekend. At 16, What would you have spent your money on? I don't even want to know. Why not even ask that? Probably
16, man. Just a bunch of candy and energy drinks, man. I didn't really.
So basically the same as today.
Exactly. Nothing really would change. Nothing's changed.
No, it's so much fun, man. Again, people flowing on into the venue, looking at these duos, looking at these contested areas, right? Loot Lake has been a very hot topic.
Yeah, man.
You know, Aiden had been landing up throughout all of qualifiers. You see, you know, Mongrel and Mitro. I've been hearing some notes about, you know, Tilted Towers and or Neo Tilted as it's now called, of where they're going to go. In your opinion, right now you play 6 games.
Yep.
You know how detrimental it could be to your mental state if you have one where you kind of drop right off spawn and get taken out.
Yeah.
What is your game plan here? Are you going for it? You don't care how many people land there? You just go and play your game? Or
No, I think
you shy away? What do you do?
Oh man, these guys have been practicing. They know that they're going to be contested.
Yeah.
They know that, and they're not. You know, if they're intelligent players, they're going to play exactly how they've been practicing the last 10 World Cup qualifiers. They're going to go exactly where they go. They're going to push who they're going to push, and you know they're not going to care who it's going to be. Now me, honestly, I'd like to say that that's how I play, but dude, in a situation like this, I think that if I saw someone contesting my drop, I'd definitely defer and try to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, you have one bad game. Getting over that's going to be a huge mental obstacle, right? You get knocked first.
It's only 6
games. You're
games.
going to be thinking about it. The second game, the third game, oh my gosh, should we change our landing spots? And then if you're thinking like that, it's over.
Yeah, and I keep seeing you look down. You're like eagerly wanting to talk about this map. We have what the first map is going to be in front of us. But again, guys, there's so many exciting things going on in the world of Fortnite right now. One of the new limited time modes that is actually going on. Prop Hunt, we watched a little bit of it yesterday, but again, made by Stray Kite. It's a fun little, you know, hide and go seek game almost, Ninja.
Prop Hunt is the greatest thing that Fortnite has created from creative. It is amazing. It is hilarious. I mean, we were literally getting like angry and like, but also just laughing hysterically right when we're about to, you know, make it into the incinerator and get our points. It's just so fun. I mean, you could be a toilet. You know, you want to be anything. You want to be a pink flamingo, a bus. Go for it. Dude.
Go for it.
Just go for it.
Yeah, we've had some fun games of Prop Hunt that we play. But again, right now, live in the gameplay for free, Prop Hunt. A little bit different than the competitive settings. Obviously, Arena, it's been talked about, Ninja. This is the most played in qualifier for a tournament ever in the history of gaming. 40 million competitors, down to the top 200. To be exact, 178 because of the double qualified players.
Right.
That is, you can't even put in like your
What are
head
those things right next to their tables?
Important to show.
That would piss me
let everyone
off.
Know that, man. Just Epic continues to change the game. Making these qualifiers online, it just allowed so many of these
For the
kids
headsets, huh?
to be here today because they've been able to play it, you know, from the comfort and safety of their home instead of traveling across the world just to qualify.
Yeah.
So I think this is one of the first times we've seen something like this, a qualifying like this. And dude, I'm just excited to watch these kids dominate the next freaking 4 hours, 6 hours. I'm ready to stay here all night.
Hey, I'm down to stay here all night. I have no problem with that.
What's 25 times 6?
You talk about LAN events, right? You have so much competitive experience. You've been to so many across different games and genres. The one thing that stands out to me, though, it will never feel the exact same as it does as playing at home. So for these guys, what are some tips that you can share or you think that they should kind of take into account as they're playing, maybe on LAN for the first time?
Well, do what I always tell people when they're saying, you know, hey, Ninja, I'm going to a tournament. Any advice, right? You know, it's, dude, do exactly what you do at home, all right? If you wear socks and, you know, no shoes at home, that's what you're going to do. If you don't wear any socks at all or you wear sandals, you wear that. If you wear nothing but sweats and PJs when you're gaming and practicing, that's exactly what you should be wearing right now when you're competing, right?
Yep.
Don't try to change anything up. Drink what you normally drink before the games, water, energy drinks, whatever the case may be, or, you know, eat what you're going to eat. Do not change anything up. It's very important to get in that mental state of what you do and how you've been practicing the entire time at home.
I've even heard of stuff as far as like don't change your sleep schedule and
Absolutely.
For this.
Bro,
like,
what if they need to take a shit mid-game?
Normally is now. Again, we talk about how there's $30 million on the line of the Fortnite World Cup Finals across today and tomorrow, but there's already been $3 million in prize money given away this weekend. That happened yesterday at the Creative World Cup Finals. Let's take a look.
Damn, Norway.
Plays, and we're here in the player lounge right now, joined by the winners of the Creative World Cup. First of all, congratulations. Now, Scissors, how does it feel now to solidify that title?
It's kind of awesome considering I love creative mode. It's thriving, it's awesome, I love it.
Now, Tyler, did you ever believe that you guys would secure the position here today?
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked team. There was no competition. Just when the last map was a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got some good players here. I knew Zan would clutch up, and he did just that.
You could tell he lifted the finger. He said, we need 1 coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
Here it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger. You realize that one jump won this group here.
So much pressure.
It's unreal. Like, if you want to practice with death runs, you need to, like, do it slow. Don't go in blindly. Like, try and, like, change everything you do every time you fail.
Suzu, can you see yourself doing even more with creative? I mean, the success of today. Will you continue to go and play creative maps?
I think I would definitely stay consistent with creative because I feel like there's a lot of potential in creative still. And yeah, definitely this is my thing.
But I want to go down the line and see what each of you guys plan on doing with that prize.
I'll probably end up like saving most of the money, maybe like some investments.
He's 18 and he just won $336,000. What are you going to do with the prize?
Rent? Yeah, I think rent.
I'm gonna be responsible. I'm
gonna save Rent?
my money.
I am going to be responsible and probably just invest most of it and try and get even more money back.
All right, guys, congratulations again.
I wonder how much he's gonna get taxed, bro.
Job. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see what the future of Creative Fortnite looks like.
The Creative World Cup Finals, so much fun yesterday. Again, congratulations to Scissors and his team. $1.3 million won. I'm going to address the elephant in the room here, and it's not Tim the Tabman. You didn't win that, Tyler.
That's correct.
What exactly happened here?
That's correct. No, we got 4th place, but, you know, the crew that I picked out, man, Tal, Taco, Kaz, just a good bunch of kids, man. I mean, I think, and I also got to meet a lot of the creators, the ones who developed a lot of the maps. And just a lot of passion from these guys, man. And, you know, I was really happy that I was able to, not even me, together as a unit, we pulled in, you know, 300 or 295,000 as a team.
Dude.
I mean, little whips, man. You know, we were just killing it, little ice cream. But that event was so incredible. And it was another thing that kind of came out of nowhere again, that Epic changed the game with creative. You know what I mean? It kind of popped up out of nowhere. All these people, so many people, there were hundreds of people here because of creative.
Yeah. And again, I know I talked to Scissors about it too. He can't believe just how far it's gone from his original runs he made to now it kind of inspired one of the 3 maps yesterday. For you, what was your favorite? Was it kind of the prop hunt mode? Was it the run?
Junkyard Juke, bro.
Okay.
Hands down, Junkyard Juke is the most fun game I've ever played. I mean, if you're gonna go in with a crew of like 32 people, if you can even muster up a crew of 32 people, like I want that to be a playlist where I can just go and play Junkyard Juke, and it just fills in 32 people.
Hey.
It's so much fun, man.
I'm with that. What about, should we get the whole squad together? Or
I'm down with. Oh, we totally should. We should get a massive content creation squad and just go into that. It'd be the most funny thing in the world. Look, I mean, there's nothing greater when you're a little teddy bear and you're just walking around like trying to make it in. It's amazing, man.
Hey, listen, it's all fun and games here. Obviously, the theme of this weekend, things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the Battle Pass redemption. Everyone here has got tickets, has the commemorative tickets. So many things to look back on and remember these moments. For a lot of people here, whether they're players or the individuals and fans who traveled, it's their first time to New York City. Such a legendary, iconic place to have this major event. You see again the crowd continuing to fill on in, just getting some final things set up for the games. We can get it all launched for you, but trust me, we're all eagerly awaiting the start as well. So many organizations represented throughout the weekend, and I have just received the word that we want, Ninja. The game is ready to go.
I'm ready to
finally, bro. Let's go.
Guys, all right, I want you guys to scream out your favorite duos right now, man. Let's make some noise.
Who do you think's gonna win today? Scream it, I want to hear. Oh, it's gibberish. None of it makes sense.
I think I hear Mongrel, Nitro.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Fortnite World Cup Finals.
Let's go.
Competition begins right now.
Who's gonna die off spawn? Let's go.
This is gonna be intense. I mean, there's nothing more, honestly, nerve-wracking than the initial launch. Off the bus, man. You're flying. Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna be eliminated. Who's gonna be the first one?
Yep.
You don't want to be the first one knocked out in the World Cup. You know, I mean, literally, I knocked him like, you know, it was the first game in the Pro-Am, and that was just amazing. He can't live that down. I don't want to be the first person knocking this.
No, for sure. As now we immediately hop on board with my pick.
Two ballers.
Fishy and Mr. Savage, and they're heading right towards.
Are they getting contested? I think they are.
This is contested.
It's already
so
contested.
You're flying on into here, Ninja. The early game so key, and already Veggie Fishing trying to put shots down range with that revolver.
Imagine if he got an AR there, bro. That kid will be dead.
Split from each other right now. What
Alright.
comms like in this exact moment?
Action right here. Land Jug and 7 SSK went down already. Oh shit. How many viewers? 281K.
Literally every week because they're from EU, so they were before.
I expected at least 500K, bro. Not gonna lie.
Land. Savage and Benji, they don't always land on top of one another, and you're honestly at a disadvantage.
Vorvin is
if you
here,
land in
bro.
the same house,
And
because you're gonna be
Tux.
getting less shields of one another, right? Less chances of getting shotguns and things like that. And I'm just interested to see how they're gonna.
So
play this out.
Tux is
Are
the
they
one that
gonna
nearly
be aggressive?
died.
Are they gonna back down?
Well, we just saw the first zone has been revealed, and it is a northern side zone, so anyone in Happy Hamlet not safe. Polar Peak, Frosty Flight, Paradise Palms, Lucky Landing, all not safe. So we continue to keep an eye on this fight. 98 players remaining right now.
You got a
in this
slurp.
game. Now, we mentioned the increased material farming right now, so you're hitting a couple trees, you're getting 20.
Oh my god, there's so many players in Dusty.
Build a map here at Dusty Divot, and it looks like Landjock and Punisher go out very, very early in this first game to Tetra and, on the flip side, the new Rogue members.
They're wasting a lot of material right now. You can already see it. You've got only 100 maps left. That's 10 builds. These early game fights are always so detrimental. You have to be very.
How many
very,
kills is he on?
very
2 kills.
Particular with how many mats you're going to use when you're trying to ramp rush somebody, because if you make it there and they shoot you out and you have no mats, I mean, you're left with literally nothing to protect yourself with.
And look at the advantage that you now have. Tetra hasn't found any shields, but because 2 eliminations come on through.
Oh, those are the Asian
that's
people.
That's 50 shield per
From
win,
Asia.
putting him at max HP, and now he can completely change how he takes this fight. It's not like the normal games where you're still stuck at 100 health and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little more passively. No, because of those early elims, they now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They pushed out the Asian duo, pushing towards that top Dusty Divot side of XXM and Mend, and now they're sitting pretty. Divot all to themselves. They've got metal galore here as well as wood.
Bro, go to the action. What are you doing? This is so bad. This is worse.
Metal, which is going to be their most valuable asset here.
These camera guys are.
What I'm just interested to see is
There we
they
go.
have no rotation items when you're looking over there, so hopefully they find something that's going to help them rotate later.
Another
There's
Asian
also balls
team.
that spawn in Dusty, so no ballers. It's going to be very difficult to make it to the late game if you guys don't have some sort of crazy rotation. Shadow Bomb is anything like that.
You just missed every shot.
Fatal Fields, and with how little materials there are, you got to think these players down low who are already just on light HP.
Damn, they
are
got
in
a
tough
knock.
spot, and there
Brush
is
goes down.
Scarlet and his duo Bell get the quick elimination onto Brush, and that's going to push back Brush's duo into Fatal Fields and try to hide for a brief moment. Another rough start right there. So much stone in Fatal Fields. I feel like Fatal Fields is a underrated landing spot.
What the heck is that outfit?
Definitely get wood and brick very quickly, and then there's definitely some metal that you can gather around. You know, there's a bunch of cars and things like that. Some tractors there in the sticks. But listen, man, I'm really curious as to why they're not pushing Sizz.
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword too, because yes, Sizz is by himself, but we've all experienced how easily you can hide in that brush there in the cornfields. And Sizz Lucky, these top
Are they
players
safe
in
here?
Fatal Fields know how to actually navigate the loot in the corn without breaking the corn. So
I need to break the corn every time.
Right, same. I'm not good enough to know, but there's a certain path you can go on. And
Why
Sizz
is he
Lucky
going
will
for
actually
this?
Be able to go back and pick up Brush's card. So
Oh.
this is key.
You think you should go
Reboot
for it?
vans. Remember when you get.
I forgot about the reboot van, bro.
And a common pistol.
And those guys are just dipping, letting him get the revive.
If you are Scarlet and Bell, are you sprinting back over that fight? I think so. Now across the map, though.
That's crazy.
Going out between KBB, Yuang,
Damn, he just took out freaking Vinny.
Vinny and Zexro, and there's the knock right there, Ninja.
Drum shotgun's very powerful. It's definitely underrated. You can get inside somebody's 1x1 right there. I mean, there's another knock.
Nice Zexro,
Absolutely
I think.
havoc. Yuang trying to take this wall. I think his teammate is not going to be able to stay alive, so it's going to be Zex and Yu. He's got the shield advantage. All he has to do is play this patient.
Pop your
I'm
minis.
pretty sure that these guys don't have that many materials, so just needs to spray it out and hopefully find a chance to take him down. But he's healing up.
Yeah, Zexro has
Both
minis
have
as
drum
well as
shotguns.
big shield, so we'll be able to get back to full shield. And Yuang now in a tough spot. Do I try to go?
He's healing.
Zex definitely can interrupt this now. He took too long to start going with the res, but it looks like
He's healing.
Reloads, taking his time, and he might be dipping out. Maybe trying to. He's definitely staying aggressive, but he's gonna get the revive off, and now it's a 2-on-1 again.
Zexro staying confident though, knowing right now still At over 150 HP, the teammate has to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to spray it, and it's not gonna happen. And you see Zexro right there, hands right to his head. Some solid
What the fuck was that?
Drop down to 59 HP, but with that elimination, we'll bump back up to over 100. Very, very close right there, Ninja, with the drum shotgun.
Very important is checking out the Storm right
That
now.
was the worst play possible, bro. He just opened up for them.
They're gonna have to start their rotations in, and this is actually where a lot
Gave
of
them easy shots on him, dude.
players with their aim can clean up a lot of kills. This is actually my teammate and I's reverse.
Welcome
our
back,
strategy
bro.
is to try to get in those spots where you can beam people.
That
who are
was
gonna be
such a
flying
bad
throughout the
play.
sky, using a lot of the slipstreams and just taking advantage of, you know, your incredible accuracy.
A little update too on Sizlucky. They did get the reboot.
And then Vinny went into his box.
Look at how slow this lobby is going, folks. 92 players left, and a definite fan favorite here. Nate Hill and Funk of FaZe Clan currently set on up near Lazy Lagoon. And Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to with your duo reverse. What are maybe some little tips and tricks for players at home who like to land here?
Yeah, all right, so there's, if you go on the boat, on the ship, every single one of the masts is like worth 200 wood. So you definitely want to go for those and easily get max wood in arena in probably less than 10 seconds. And also there are some metal anchors in town that you can get for about 300 metal, which is, you know, like the most valuable.
Vorven goes down.
I mean, I'm just 91 players. I mean, have we talked about Storm Surge? I mean,
we haven't yet. I was gonna let that be a bridge when we cross it, but
because 91 people.
Damn, FaZe member goes down.
Storm Surge in every game.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like, this is gonna be nuts. You guys don't know what Storm Surge is. Basically, the people, the team that has done the least amount of damage is going to start taking damage until they get above the damage threshold.
Yes, and it tells the players on their screen what the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably have never experienced Storm Surge in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until late game, earn those extra points, and wind up getting those placement points to come on through. Watching Letwick and Flexi right now, it's so scrappy, Ninja. It's not your normal game where you get to loot up and freely grab everything you want. Here, I mean, look at the inventory. A common heavy assault rifle, 2 heavy
Remember those stupid final circuits in arena? Yeah, the world's gonna be basically that time 2000 with a fat raw fish being smacked on your. Exactly, dude. There's literally gonna be like 80 people endgame. It's gonna be fucking nuts.
All it takes is 2 seconds of being caught off guard, and you can get dinged.
9 players have died so far.
And boom, there goes, you know, 160 health, man, just like that.
89 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H.
Duo goes down.
45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm
Brush dies again, lol.
After that, I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70.
He's
plus
been knocked
players.
twice now.
You keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is going to be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush. Already in the next zone, they're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
He's so nervous. Did you take that? Did you see that deep breath?
Going to be using throughout this weekend in solos and in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone. And
why are they so aggressive?
The circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories.
Oh, one's knocked.
Going to try to.
My teammate is knocked.
But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a, like, the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2 as his teammate did go down. You see Parpy and Volks still quite healthy between the two of them. Over 100.
He's actually using the scythe.
Parpy still playing on the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent. And look at the material count for Volks. 135 total builds. It does look like Letwick just kind of ran away, but I don't believe Letwick was able to grab his teammate's
Oh, Savage gets a kill.
Reboot card. So will basically be by himself for the rest of this game.
You know, it's going to be almost impossible to perform alone.
Storm Surge. This is going to be nuts.
106 above it, you guys can see that, which means that there's somebody who has 106 damage less than them that is currently below the threshold.
Forgot about Storm Surge, yo.
Need to hit some people, deal some damage, and that's actually the beauty of Storm Surge, right? You don't necessarily only want people kind of just lingering around in their 1-by-1s, praying that the circle moves to them. You're gonna see some fights that are gonna be forced to break out because players need to get above that, or they're gonna die. They're not gonna be able to make it.
Now moving towards the Dusty Divot Diner. You see Clicks and Skeptic.
This.
Yeah, the very young duo from NA East, and you just said yourself, I didn't even know you could farm
Didn't
this.
even know you could get down there.
This is the beauty of it, right? These are the top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many
Yeah,
teams
you
already
knew,
stacking
Ninja.
here,
Stop
'cause
lying.
There's so many materials to be farmed up, and for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more if they need to expend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Serpent and Hype in a pretty decent spot. You're seeing, if you guys can look on the mini-map that we're staring at, every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in.
Ooh!
Sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper
only got
will take
double
out a
snipe,
wall,
bro.
Take out pretty much anything. Does 1,500 damage to structures. So if you have two teammates who have double heavy snipers,
got max
they can
match.
see a team line up a shot of somebody hiding in a 1-by-1 and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
There's absolutely zero time to react. And one thing you guys we've talked about are the rotation items. We got 6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so
I think I'm
players
pissed, bro.
beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want to fight it. That's Jay now quite weak. With Storm Surge beginning to take
shit.
and Lanoof now having to push a fight as Storm Surge
That dude's
is
gonna
affecting
die.
him as well.
He's
and
dead.
You see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go. Getting dropped by Storm
They're
Surge.
pissed.
Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
Jeez,
Bro, they
Storm
gotta
Surge
make sure
really
they
does
don't
just
get
force people
tilted,
into
or
some
else
pretty
it's
tricky
game over.
situations. But again, man, it just goes to show.
Literally game over if they
for
fucking
teams, man. You don't
get
want to be put in
tilted.
that situation where
What
know,
up,
you have
Lynx?
to desperate and push. Maybe a duo that's better than you in combat. You know what I mean? And Airwax and Nikov
That's a replay.
Was that a replay? They just went down.
Airwax and Nikov are winners.
Feel bad for them.
Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does
Dominated.
go down.
I
Airwax
mean,
double
they knew
qualified
their
as well.
Storm Surge, bro.
Tough
It's their
first
own
game
fault.
for them,
Should
as
have done
they did go
damage.
out quite early on. 71
Benji
players
Fishy
left
die?
in this
I don't
game.
know.
38 duos. Again, it's a slow
What's that noise?
crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive
No,
Fortnite?
I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles they didn't really chunk that much and they were more centralized
What a
in the beginning
beast.
of competitive. So really no one had to rotate that much and no one had to fight. So now that these circles are really just kind of moving around the map, you can't really predict them.
No, there you go.
And getting
Benji and
these
Mr.
players who have,
Savage
again,
are still
the great aim,
alive.
They're just beaming people who are focusing on trying to rotate into the circle. Now look, there's so many people coming from the south right now. And it's just free kills if you guys are in a top position with solid aim, man. You're going to Texture right now, already getting beamed. He's spamming the spacebar, trying to make it as difficult as possible to hit. He sees a lot of, look at it, already trying to figure out right now, where's he
Bro,
going to
why is it so laggy?
They're already creating these tunnels, more shots coming down. And
You
he's gonna
didn't
be able
get
to
hit
make
for
it.
that
8
much at all, bro.
So
That's not your
that's gonna be-
wall.
I mean, if he can get in a position where some players are already getting focused on the outside, 8 grenades, he might be able to clean up those kills too.
Yep, that's right.
Nice
there.
rotate.
Box up in time. Did take some shield damage, but thankfully they have some minis to replenish that in just a few brief moments. As there's Eclipse now using them. He's got his teammate right next door as well. Medkit.
I don't know if his sense is just fucking 10,000 or.
Saving the campfire for the late game, it appears.
Definitely
Ronaldo
gotta save the campfire.
in the elimination feed right there. Here's a look at Mongrel earlier with his duo Mitro. They're set up currently in this zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's you just check his inventory. Only got 2 guns right now, which is inventory rifle and a combat shotgun. So he has no spray guns. All right, spray guns are anything to an SMG, tactical assault rifle, SCAR, anything like that. You gotta have to have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly to kill players and hit players through their 1-bys. Very difficult.
Damn, his shields are looking good.
5 slurps, 2 slurps, 5 chug splashes.
And they already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
No rotation, bro. Only 1 ninja grenade.
Material-wise, look at that. 135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game.
Bro, they got no
We'll definitely
rotation.
keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot
The
of
stream
players will use
in-game
that
is
to
shit
rotate
quality, though.
on in freely without
If you were
using
actually
launch
watching
pads
it in game
or
instead
the
of
shadow
watching my
bomb.
stream, bro,
There's your
I
whole
see
map
how it is.
right there. the eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be into play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards.
No one likes me
if
anymore.
They want to be safe.
Some of the
Ooh,
best.
airdrop,
these
bro.
are the best players in the world, and look how close they are to one another, man. I'm so excited when they actually have to force into these fights. The Storm's going to start pushing them.
311K here. How many people are watching on YouTube?
You guys notice also Stinks, man. These players are so talented.
452K viewers on YouTube.
So you need
Holy
like
shit!
Grenades, like Stinks, right? Little fart bombs is what I like to call them, to force people out of their 1x1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away and trying to build new 1x1s to dodge the Stinks.
You see the Stinks right now going down on Mongrel, and Mongrel gets immediately ripped in two as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive.
Rest in peace, Mongrel, bro. Rest in peace,
To
Mongrel.
be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Nitro, 12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Mitro's goal, spray at players who have to push.
He's got a launch
the zone.
pad.
They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take storm damage. They've got to push right at him, and Mitro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have some great rotation. 2 ballers.
I hope
still
Dubs and
intact.
Mega wins, bro.
Here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in, everyone knows that.
Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault
He
rifle
has
shots
no ammo.
in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still though only 80, meaning combined between the two, they really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall and he wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically.
Can he get to res or no?
Create some space. Will he be able to go?
He's gonna be able to pop that slurp. He's got
the storm surge on.
Nice.
Trying to be
Got some
aggressive. Oh,
hits.
he's still below, right? He's gonna need to be aggressive. He won't even have time.
Nice, dude.
His teammate got finished actually, so he's got all the shields in the world. He can get back.
He's
up
still
the
getting
He's
hit.
still
No.
ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking.
Oh,
There it is
no,
again, dropping
bro.
on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big
Nice,
damage,
dude.
Still below.
Good
As players
shit,
continue to
Mega.
Drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now through the storm surge.
Good fucking clutch, bro.
Composure. Again, one of the young players on this stage looking to try to secure the title of Fortnite World
I think he's
Champion.
chilling. 70 above.
No more Dubs. The duo.
Bro, Storm Surge. Pain in the butt. Bro, Storm Surge is a pain in the ass, dude.
Look at that rotation. Yes, he's alone. Yes, his teammate's down. But he has an incredible kit. to
Bro, he has a
not only
baller.
make
He
it
can do
late
good
game, but maybe even
bits
clutch
here.
this win out.
Take the
He comes
minis,
up
bro.
shotgun.
Okay, there you go.
Got the combat shotgun, one of the greatest
The
shotguns to have
minis.
late game. Does incredible damage, long range, and
It's
close
only 1
range.
minute. Never mind.
And all the guys, the circle just rotated now into the storm.
everyone is
Massive amount
dying.
Of distance needs to be covered.
This
and
storm
this is
surge is insane. It's still
Half the
going
lobby
on.
Finally taken out. 52 players left. And this is
Bro,
where things
this
are about
is
to get serious,
crazy.
guys.
Thomas drops some ammo right there for his teammate, Inclusia, and you see Thomas, that epic infantry rifle, one of your favorite weapons.
Oh, Chinkin
What
goes
is
down.
So good about that assault rifle.
It 100%
Is Stomp because
rewards
gonna revive him or
pinpoint
no?
accurate players, right? There's no bloom necessary. Your marker, your aim is right on their head.
Zayt
Boom,
and
you're
Sav.
gonna get
Mr.
that
Savage
headshot.
gets another kill.
Points of damage. And there's now the upgraded versions, the legendary and the epic, have 10 shots instead of 8.
Skype goes down. Letwick
It
gets
can
probably
really catch
killed
players
by
off
Storm
guard, and
Surge.
That's exactly what you're going to need when you're playing against these top players who will literally build and protect
How
themselves.
much
when
above
they get
are they
shot.
on the Storm
There
Surge?
are 45
We're still gonna be Storm
players left
Surge.
in this very, very small zone. We are now on our 6th storm. You see it's about to begin to move.
Damn, bro, his
and players
ammo
will
is looking
frantically
good.
have to go across the map.
2 shockwaves,
Zayt and
750
Zap right now
mats.
discussing exactly what they should drop, pulling up their map, looking exactly where they have to go. 44 left in this
Native
one.
and Mega are
You already
teaming.
got people using shockwave grenades, guys.
Yep.
This is a very far rotation for the second movement circle, so this is actually going to move very quickly. These people are going to potentially get stuck on the
Mega's got a baller, bro, but there's so many builds. This is insane.
Because after this first circle
Oh, he's
goes,
away.
This is where people
They
start
tried
to only
griefing
fight
him,
the high
bro.
ground.
And we know high ground is everything in competitive Fortnite late game. Everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy.
Oh my
and
god, they're
everyone
cucking
within
each other
that
at the
storm
launch pad
circle.
over
Macwood
there.
taking zone damage. Daedra as
Literally
well.
cucking
King
each other.
slowly bouncing on through
Nice,
with the
bro.
shadow bomb and
He's gonna
does land. Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge. Yeah, right on the edge of the
What
zone
is this
right
lag?
now. will just stay boxed up.
What
for a
is this
brief moment.
spectating, bro?
As now there's 36 players remaining, stomping the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination
So
feed on the top
laggy.
left to keep track of your
This is
favorite
so
players.
laggy.
So much is going on.
Good
This is
shit,
what
Mega.
tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here.
Go
If you
crazy.
hit the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this
Mr.
zone is
Savage and
stacked,
Benji on
but
height,
look who's
bro.
on the high ground. It's
Oh
Mr. Savage
shit.
and Benji fishing.
That would be your 2 picks, so good for you. All right, I have to.
Mega is still alive.
That, all right. Good
Only
for
green
you.
health
You
though.
still don't know if Mitro's still alive. I mean, listen,
Pretty
people
much.
are dying left and right, being eliminated. More Savage just used another shockwave grenade. He already had high ground though. The question is, are people going to try to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this,
Nitro is still full HP, bro. Benji's dying.
So weakened. Mr. Savage just
No, he got a
walks up
kill.
and beams the player out of
Oh
the
my
air.
god, Benji, you're fucking
Fishing
nuts.
Mr. Savage in the
Holy
elimination feed
shit.
right now. 24 players left in this one.
6 kills.
20 duos. There's almost no duos remaining, Ninja.
Right, this is all solos, and this is kind of what's going to happen, man.
Oh,
Mr.
Savage goes
It's
down.
up to Benji.
By
And listen,
Saf.
Benji's been in this position before. We know he can handle it. Nitro's still in the game as well. I just saw him. He looks
Why is that
incredibly
dude
healthy, but now
contesting
taking
height,
storm
bro?
damage.
What is he doing?
Benji's just going to try.
Oh
and
no,
look for
Benji's
the
actually
heroes.
gonna die.
They're only using their shadows. I think he has 1 build left.
Yep.
That's it. That's all he has.
He's got 10 total builds.
10 total builds.
He's just trying to outlast as many players as possible. Remember these placement points. We made it into our top 10 duos.
Bandages.
Now into our top 8.
Nitro is still alive. Mega is still alive.
Now on the
Bro,
high ground.
Mega is clutching the fuck up.
The only duo left. This has a Zayt and Saf.
I think Saf and Zayt's gonna win though.
All over it. Mitro, Mongrel's duo. Was all by himself.
Bro, this is so fucking
40R Storm now getting
hype.
gained. Can the North American duo of Zayt and Saf
Mega is
close this
125
out?
HP or
Raining
some
down
shit.
fire from up top. You see the frantic builds coming in.
Benji goes down.
Fishy goes down.
By Mega.
Mitro and Scarlet on the low ground. Shots still coming on in. Zayt and Saf.
No, Mega dies.
Nitro just got a double, I think. 5 limbs.
Tries to get it done.
Good shit. Top 3. Top 3.
2 versus 1.
Good fucking clutch, dude. Let's go. You're fucking
At
nuts.
the high ground, and they used it the entire game.
What a surprise, bro. Zayt and Saf. What an actual surprise, lol. Who would have thought?
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was.
Let's
And
go,
I've watched
dude.
So many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo
Woo!
left with still like 18 players remaining. When they get the high ground like that, they send 1 player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the
This is so
veteran players
fucking-
of Zayt and Saf take game number 1.
What's the word I'm
And,
searching
you know,
for?
Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around.
Bro, you just knew Saf and Zay were gonna win, bro. They're fucking insane.
Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no.
Let's go.
Zayt and Saf take game number 1.
Kept their composure.
324k people watching here.
These guys have been absolutely
464k there.
And it's only fair
There's
that
like a
we
million
show
people
them
watching, bro.
here at the actual World Cup stage.
This is crazy.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made it through those storm surges, even with them not getting very aggressive, they had 0 limbs down to those final few moments. Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy, we have to talk about them for a second as well. The European young duo, they were on the high ground. It was looking good, Ninja, but so many players focusing them, the shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man. We have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a moment, that they have to shoot the high ground out with rockets, shockwave grenades. I think that's actually what happened. I think someone shockwaved up and knocked them off the high ground.
Yep.
But when you have shield like Zayt, and now
How
Zayt
does he
is
sit
dead
with
there,
those
and
shorts,
that high ground
bro? His
grenade,
peen is gonna get fucking messed
What a
up.
sigh of relief for
incredible,
those two.
incredible first game, and we're only just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition, in which $15 million will be rewarded. Tomorrow, we do it all over again, except with solos. So you want to stay glued to the streams.
Bro, these games are fucking insane. These end games are fucking dope. They're so hype.
Send a Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What do you look?
Man, we have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a moment, that they have to shoot the high ground out with rockets,
Bro,
shockwave grenades.
good shit to Mega and Mitro clutching it up solo.
Yep.
But when you have shield like Zayt and Napdate at the end there, and that high ground, I mean, it's over, man.
What a sigh of relief
Incredible,
for those two.
incredible first game, and we're only just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition, in which $15 million will be rewarded. Tomorrow, we do it all over again, except with solos. So
How many points they gave that game? So 10 for the win.
here for the Fortnite World Cup
How many
Finals
kills they
live
have?
from
Probably
New
like
York City. Use the
6.
hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation.
I'm gonna take a piss,
Send Ninja
BRB.
and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6? For me, other things I noticed, man. You've got to be on your A game when it comes down to taking note of where you are with the storm surge. Those were longer storm surges that have lasted than I've ever seen before.
I've honestly never seen Storm Surge affect the game so much. Yep. Because here we are having 80 people left after the second circle. So you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean? And if you want to put shots on these guys, it's going to be when they're flying in the air, rotating, which you also expose yourself to a sniper shot. You know.
Absolutely.
High risk, high reward, man. Right?
It's
Let's see how these guys change. I wonder if the guys who did get hurt a lot by the Storm Surge, are they going to make changes in the second game? Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to deal some damage as they rotate? That's what I want to know.
That's a great way to think of it. I know there were so many people that want to give their thoughts on these games, but over at Unreal Island, we've got our very own Sundown with his thoughts on game 1.
Thank you so much, Courage and Ninja. In the first match of the duos competition is over in the Victor Royale's experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zate and Ghost Saf and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zate and Saf. We're gonna re-roll it one more time, and we're gonna break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now, pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Saf has one angle while Zate is going forward, and they're moving back over the tarps they've already established, but the angles they take make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down towards them, and Scarlet is able to pick up Mitro, but doesn't have enough to get out. Zate and Saf, 5 eliminations, Victory Royale, 15 points. Showing that their competitive experience, their experience on stage and at major LAN events is winning out right now. They say nerves, what nerves? We might as well be playing at home on our own stations because they are just that good. Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great stuff as always there from Unreal Island outside of the venue, enjoying the event themselves. But again, game number 1 in the books. Obviously, so many updates to see exactly where we stack up. In the end, those final moments can be so hectic. So before we hop into game 2, we will have a standings update for you all at home. Who do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess
Saf
what?
and Zate.
It's Saf and Zate, but
and Benji, Mr. Savage, man. Just incredibly clutch solo moves and
both
plays.
Both of our predictions.
Both of our predictions. And they're still up there. Guess what? Imagine when they're healthy. And when they actually get some good rotation items, I'd love to see how they're going to play in the late game, man.
Placement points so key. You did a great job pointing out Mitro at the end. Not only does he stay alive, not only does he perfectly use his materials and his movement items, but he somehow finds 5 more limbs, putting his team from probably an abysmal game 1 to top 3 in our leaderboards. Again, here are your standings from game number 1. Dubs and Mega. They wound up making it through as well, and that's because of Mega staying alive too.
Absolutely, incredibly talented duo, man. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what Aiden can do, and Sean, hopefully they step it up in this next game. Game 2 is about to get on its way, man. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You guys
Ladies
ready?
and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena, are you guys ready for game number 2? Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. Game number 2 of the Fortnite World Cup Duo Finals is underway.
Again, I'm just going to keep saying it, the most nerve-wracking part of any competition, but definitely Fortnite for me, is the second you jump out of that bus.
Yep.
Right? Once you hit the ground, once these players hit the ground, they're going to definitely have hopefully less nerves, going to get back into the flow, back into the farming mentality. And man, I'm looking at these llamas on my screen, and I'm just hoping that they find them. There's nothing greater than finding the new upgraded llamas at 350 mats.
Dude, they're insane. And they're everywhere. And look, wait, can we look at the map? Look at the north side. You've got 3 llamas in a very small area.
Llamas.
And many players have gotten better at spotting llamas from very, very far away.
I mean, the one thing I was telling my teammate Malachi, I was like, listen, man, sometimes you just actually have to tell yourself, hey, we should probably look for llamas as we're flying in because, usually you're looking for players, who's going to be landing next to you. But if you actually keep an eye out for that adorable pink, purple, and blue llama.
And there's one.
I mean, look, you're just going to get rewarded with shield, rotation, there's Shadow Bomb Storm, campfires, minis. I mean, these are incredibly valuable.
And remember, materials get capped at 500 of each type. So when you get 350, it's done its job for you. You can spend much less time looting and, farming and much more time looting. And look at Zay perfectly using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how
here we go again.
More than the 6 seconds it actually lets you use it for. Explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
And my stream is dead.
Continue that jump animation. That's going to trigger the double jump. And as long as you don't touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to double bounce back and forth, man. It's an incredible use of the Shadow Bombs, and you're probably going to see a lot of players do something like that in the late game off of other people's builds, and which is way more difficult to do that off a mountain, by the way.
For sure, as we now take a look.
That storm is
landing
far,
side of the map, and this storm is very far. Great point to bring up there. We can see on our side, the zone right now basically gets cut off at Dusty Divot and Neo Tilted, and the rest of the north side of the map are in play. So everyone near the middle and south side.
Bro, by the way, new season next week, bro.
Early on. Elevate does get cut down.
Even
so
more exciting stuff coming.
For the duo from 100 Thieves right there, as you've got to wonder if Arkram's still alive. Either way, though, Daedra and M11Z.
Looks like they have players
down in Loot Lake. In Loot Lake, Lucky Landing, and they do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back away while continuing to farm up. Lucky Landing is not really a 4-person landing. When more than two people land here, one of them is going to be leaving a little bit handicapped. And Yuang in a fight right now, popping that last big shield, so all of his damage that he will take from now on will be permanent unless he gets an elimination and gets.
Look at how good these stink grenades are right now. Scram and Mexi have lost so much HP off the start of this one just from getting ticks. The spray does come on through. A third party, though, beginning to shoot down on a Yuang. So another player putting their attention towards this fight.
Trying to line of sight
at Snobby, but KBB does go down. It's now Yuang all by himself and no materials left, Ninja.
He can't even take a wall.
They're really, this is an abysmal position to be in. Yuang knows that. Trying to fall back to his teammate to maybe sneak a revive, but I just don't see.
A lot of these players really are kind of hesitant, you know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to push. There is a third party now. They don't have a lot of shields.
Are they going to get
it
off
the right play?
They're going to push forward.
Yuang, no shields.
Oh!
He's going to get the double and the revive on KBB.
Damn, they got shit on.
That just slid down the ramp.
Yuang takes them down. The 4 builds left. I believe there was some help. The shots that came in from that third team getting nearby, which weakened them at first. Yuang gets the
well, yeah, they got third party, bro. That's unlucky.
What a swing for the duo. Shot does come in onto Keys, though, as another fight going down just outside the desert side of the map. Keys and Slacks up against 2.
Running out of materials already, and guess what? These guys are at the farthest point of the storm.
Yep.
So this is not, they can't afford this fight, right? The longer this takes, they're not going to be able to get materials. They're going to be burning all the materials in this fight right now.
He's so aggressive, bro. Is he solo?
To make up for it.
That was
and he took the knock on Landjock.
And Landjock and Punisher went down early last game as well, and it looks like Landjock will suffer the same fate here.
Upgraded combat shotgun, you know.
Damn, bro, they're not having a good run.
Trying to make some plays.
Punisher about to die too. No shield, no nothing.
Just need to play the numbers advantage. And again, Storm is about to start moving, so they're going to have to make some plays sooner rather than
He doesn't know what to do, bro. He has no good guns, nothing. Unlucky, dude.
No shield. This spells disaster, and Punisher goes down, and there's the frustration in the player camera right there.
Nothing he can do.
2 quick eliminations. But you mentioned
shit guns, shit everything.
So much time in that fight. They gotta go very far still. Now over to Neo Tilted, Clicks and Skeptic.
No, you mini.
Got some shield. Doesn't necessarily want to use this mini to only get a 10. And he looks like he's trying to obviously take some help his teammate out. No, he's getting taken. Is there trap kill? He's gonna get the knock.
Oh.
Unbelievable, incredible play.
You're fucking nuts, Clicks. Let's
You
go.
guys are in fights like this. You always want to do exactly what he's doing right now, which is branch out.
He's looking over on Skeptic's screen.
Try to confuse your opponents of where you actually are healing up.
Skeptic just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. They do have the number advantage. Clicks has time to pop 1 mini, and it looks like they're going to go for it right now. They've made the conscious decision to try to build out, but no. They back up for a moment.
Finally gets a shotgun.
Yep. Shotgun picked up. grenades now as well. They want to go for the second elimination. And
we take the
Oh!
we got
Toxic!
Did he just take the L in real life?
Bro, that's so he's gonna die. Oh no.
But the Stinks come on in. Stinks coming in, 22 health left, Campfire down, he has.
Oh no, it's Mongrel and Mitro. Look who's here.
EU says no, no, no. This is the World Cup, baby. I'm gonna show which continent is best. Mitro and Mongrel.
Mitro is getting hit. Oh.
And they storm roll through.
Duel links for Mitro,
Clicks
still
right
plays
there.
down low. Wow, incredible. Let's look at that kid. Gold scar, gold combat, heavy shotgun, or I'm sorry, heavy sniper rifle for taking opponents' walls. Look at, they're just stealing and bum rushing, and that's gonna be it.
And there's
They
no
were
shot
weak,
right
bro.
there, Skeptic.
That's pussy.
You saw, hey, putting on a show. I love it. The man does YouTube for a reason. But then also a fantastic player. I think speaks too soon. Aiden now on your screen.
Oh no.
Does knock one. Hasn't finished elimination yet, so still will gain 50 HP if he can get the full. There it is. Now a 2 versus 1. Aiden and Sean. Look at how weak Sean is though, Ninja.
Sean has absolutely no health.
Give him your mini.
Hopefully we're gonna drop some minis here.
There's a freaking goal. Thank you.
Right now. But it is also a 2-on-1, and they don't know. We don't know how weak this guy is right now. But if he is weak, they're going to look to try to trade.
Oh, nice.
Shotgun shot for over 21 white. Players no shield.
Oh no, Sean is going alone.
Health, and look how aggressive they're being. They're both one hit. They can actually trap.
They're going for it. They're saying, you know, you would have thrown the trap down by now. They're
Nice.
And look at the
Let's go.
The jump out to the side, and they'll be rewarded with shields, with materials. And look, Aiden actually, there was 2 big shields.
Yeah.
Aiden's gonna get the full health.
That's incredible, man.
You see the stats so far in this game. Aiden has done 434 damage, has taken 312, and he's near backup to max health. I know Aiden is a crowd favorite here. Every time the camera goes on, there's a big cheer from this sold-out arena.
For those of you guys who do not know, the storm circles of
The arena is sold out.
Second one forcing everyone out of the north.
What up, Razvan? How do you get the free things? Just watch the stream on YouTube, dude.
Yep. All 5 llamas have been found, so we have some probably high material players right now.
A lot of rotation.
Oh my god, I can't even freaking out, man.
You're getting into it.
Looks like a lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, we're looking around. They're all gone. There's only 1 airdrop that's left, which means a lot of players. It's very difficult, man. Going for airdrops is super risky, but it looks like everyone at the World Cup here is taking their chances.
And what's kind of funny with this zone, as you see it on the bottom right side of your map, the slipstreams are there to basically help everyone get from the southeast, east, and south side of the map easily into this zone. So if you kind of sit outside and wait for players to move in from the slipstream, you might be able to deal a lot of damage. And remember, you might think, oh,
Yo,
there's no way you're going to get that elimination.
I just told you, dog.
About that. I'm saying free damage for Storm Surge when that comes into play, because it is going to happen very, very soon here. We're about a minute away.
It literally looks like we've been watching that action. But there's 84 teams, 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our observers backstage. Great stuff to them.
Razvan, bro, are you fucking dumb? I literally told you, just watch the stream on YouTube. Make sure you connect the accounts.
And they've completely taken competitive by storm. Are they the best healing item currently in this meta?
I think that, there's a lot of items that get added where, not
Oh,
everyone
you're
is
so
unanimous
dumb.
about it, right? Some people do not like it. But let me tell you something about
Piss
these
off.
splashes. I don't think I've ever seen more positive, reactions from an item being added than when chug splashes were added. I mean, nothing but positivity on Twitter. It was absolutely incredible. I woke up to some delightful posts.
Delightful
just some delightful posts.
Yeah.
Those of you guys who don't know what they are, each one splash, they come in packs of 2. You can stack up to 6. They give you 20 health or shield, whatever you're missing.
And they're instant. You throw them down the ground, and they can be used to heal you and your teammates around you, as well as your enemies that you've knocked. Here are Mongrel and Mitro in the zone, and you talked about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say it right now. There is no way someone in this lobby has a better inventory than what Mongrel has right now. And
We're
when you
going
come
down
to
in
this,
viewers.
They were already in your top 3. So they're in a position right now, Ninja, where if they have a pop-off performance right here, with only 6 games being played after the first 2, they could be your leaders.
Absolutely. I mean, they were only 2 points away from first. Yep. They didn't even win the game. And Mongrel went down early before placing points were even rewarded. So, Sean in another fight with Quentin and his squad. Sean trying to take some walls here. And he's out of light ammo.
Out of materials.
And he's out of materials. So he can't even spray right now. The only thing you can do is spray an AR, and that's not really going to be effective against top players if you're actually trying to take walls.
Oh, the player tried to drop a trap down low to bait.
Oh, he's weak.
Does not fall for it. This seasoned veteran trying to cover his back.
Nice.
Spray on through. Stink bombs dropping, and there's one a limb.
Oh, nice shot.
Gets his shield. That's why he went for the thirst. Yep.
Oh, he's weak.
365 mats now. He is more than that.
He one stink and he's dead.
So weak. Look at how weak they are. And don't they can get both Sean and Aiden. I think that's exactly what they should. They split up. Now he's trying to take one by one. He's getting pushed by more than one person.
Quick reaction from Aiden, but this looks like it could spell disaster for the duo. Damage dealt 639. He does go down, though the quick edit comes
making
through.
Plays. Now it's up to Sean. Can he clutch it? Only 2 HP. Got some mini. Picked up some ammunition now for his minigun. But looks like Spades is just way more healthy.
This is third-party city, bro.
Around him as well. So what's he gonna do? Looks like he's going for high ground. Smart play, but he's out of mats.
Oh, no, he does.
He's got wood. He's good.
Yeah, we both freaked out.
Gonna put himself in a nice pyramid. For those of you guys who don't know, when a brick or a metal pyramid.
Big thing to note. Look at the zone. He has to push. That's it. He has to push.
He's dead.
The zone is right at his back.
Pretty sure he's dead, bro.
Don't even worry about storm surge. They're 446
aside as well. Has a shot.
This is done.
Unlucky.
I mean, that's just the worst position to be in any competitive game is being weak, low materials, low health, and being forced to push in.
Every time you watch Aiden and whoever he's playing with, they are always the most aggressive, it appears.
Yes.
If you remember the famous moment, I think for me, arguably one of the most famous moments in Fortnite competitive history.
Put it on a show, though.
Nick Merckx and Aiden duo, where they made it into the big bonus about a year ago.
Oh my God.
And a crowd popped off. Well, they're always scrappy getting into eliminations. Here, the stat popped up for a second. Aiden and Sean had done 680 damage in the game. The average in the lobby was 80. They were 600 above in this lobby already. Unfortunately, though, when you fight that much, there's a higher chance of you going down. Speaking of potential
what up, Sparks?
Lucky and Brush, who we saw earlier on in the last game at Fatal Fields, struggled.
Sparks, are you home?
Now in another tough spot as they're both low on shields and low on health.
Decent rotation items, 2 shadows on the launch pad. Again, I always want to keep stressing that because if you guys have some launch pads, even one shadow can get you into another zone. Right?
You trying to talk? Hell yeah, bro. Get on. Let's talk.
In a position to get some
I'm fucking lonely, dog.
But yeah, as you said with Aiden, we mentioned earlier, are people going to change how they're going to play, right? Are they going to do anything different here in the World Cup? And guess what? I'm pretty sure we can say that Aiden's squad is not doing anything different. They're being incredibly aggressive. They're putting the damage down. And unfortunately, there were just too many players.
Call me on Discord if you're on.
And that was the top 5 leading into
or whenever you get on.
It updated again right there on your screen of where the leaderboard is at the moment. Mitro and Mongrel staying alive, holding this pyramid edit. And for people at home who might not know, he's not exposed right there, right, Ninja? He's peeking through his build.
Correct. As you guys are peeking through a pyramid, you hit edit on it. You cannot be seen, right? And you can also
what up, DK?
Amazing feature.
All right, Sparks, let me know when you're home.
Battle Royale.
What a Battle Royale, the ultimate Battle Royale experience.
Ultimate Battle Royale experience, man. Blue T is in the storm, taking damage, a lot of damage, and he's still going to be rotating.
Oh, why are they shooting him?
Gonna have to make some plays.
Literally, that dude just died because
66 players
dumbass.
And this storm is kind of moving a little bit away from Pleasant Park, but it's once you have a high ground.
My man's getting on a quad.
I'm wondering if it's going to go north.
There's 3 high ground mountains in play, and
really mixes it up late game.
A drone ship that people can wind up going on top of, and those are brilliant to use.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys can get up on top of those, guess what? You have ultimate high ground on the map without having to place any mats.
Yep.
It's incredible. You can't get sniped from above, and you can deal as much damage as you want. Also, it's incredibly difficult to shoot players that are up there.
100%.
But it's important to know that after the 5th circle closes in, those air vents will stop working. So if you don't have any rotation to get down, glide or redeploy, anything like that, yikes. That's a massive yikes. So you have to pray that someone puts a launch pad down underneath it somehow.
Yep. And go for
it. Zayd's inventory is not looking
now, we talked about our game
the best. Could be worse.
The Victory Royale, which is again 10 placement points, the max you can get for placement in these games. It was Zayd and Saf, and they're currently set on up in this zone for the moment.
Did they just get the zone as well? Are they the yellow team in the mini-map? I mean, they're close enough for sure. I can see. I think no, they got to rotate a little bit, but look, they got 4 shockwave grenades.
Yep. And they'll be all right. They'll be able to make it happen.
Airwax and Peacock, man. Here we go. They have to rotate the farthest. Look how many stack players are on this side of the lobby right now, and they're all going to have to move very soon.
Yeah. Arkram and Falconer have a tough rotation ahead. Slacks and Keys. Watch them fight a little bit earlier on.
That was a shittiest rotation with a shadow I've seen.
Yep. No, you missed one. Did miss. No, teammate's full. Teammate's full.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Geez.
Teammate's full.
I was playing with Myth the other day, and he was using a lot of chug splashes without me, so I'm really sensitive on it.
We'll let you and Myth handle that one. As again, Again, it seems like some tension there, but we continue to move on in this fight. This is game 2 of 6, folks. The matches will be going on throughout the day. 62 players left in this one, 35 duos. And you see Arkram and Falconer. It looks like they did a duo shockwave to try to fly across the map together.
Good teamwork.
As the frantic rotation begins to move on in, more Storm Surge will soon begin to come into play as well.
Jack, I have a question for you, man.
Yes.
Once these circles start closing in, they're so small. What do you think is the play? To rotate in right away once it's revealed if you're far out, or to wait and be the last team?
For me, it completely comes down to what you have left, what you have in your inventory, where you are at, the leaderboards as well. If I'm in a position where I know I need to make some ground up on the leaderboards, I want to rotate early and try to begin to spray back on the opponents to get some free eliminations.
Yes.
If you get the zone on you, you begin to just build on up and get that height so you can spray on down as well. In this one, though, again, all comes down to rotation. If you have nothing to rotate with and you're far away, I think you play late and hope someone else drops a launch pad near you and use that community pad to your advantage.
Yeah, we're looking over here at Yuang, 3 eliminations, sitting here with some very good materials, and definitely a very delicious loadout. Anyone with a heavy sniper and a blue SMG in a combat.
And remember, he started the game in Snobby Shores with that clutch when KBB did go down, so they're still in this one because
he still has that beautiful blue combat where he clutched it with, man.
Yes, he does, and all the materials he could ever ask for it. Nearly 100 builds in this one.
You see they're marking right now. I think they have a double heavy sniper combo.
They're either marking double heavy or they're saying, focus this, the zone's closing there.
Oh, my legs hurt, bro.
He's marking exactly. He's trying to look and see. Yep,
oh, they do have a double heavy sniper. And Ninja called it. The man knows. They see someone. And
oh!
Saw the pyramid. This is exactly what Jack talked about earlier. You need 2 walls, 2 layers protecting you from one of those walls so that double sniper will not take you down.
But they've got the tools, the key to open all doors, as I put it. And this zone, Ninja,
it just moved over.
Damn, bro, he's got good mats.
The safe zone is right now. It is moving in towards Pleasant Park. Guys, this is absolutely insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small.
Wait, what?
They're just trying to
just
get
happened.
As possible as people are rotating in.
Mitro on the bottom right of your screen with that minigun has 631 bullets.
Yo, what's good, Goated? How you doing, bro?
In a fight, gets 1 player weak,
welcome to the stream.
Didn't get the clutch. Someone else stole the kill from him.
Mitro gets chucked as well.
Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're in a situation like this, low ground, they're getting sprayed with nothing but grenade launcher shots and frag grenades, and they're both going to be eliminated. And Mongrel also, Airwax.
Jay with the double kill.
And you see Cease in the elimination feed.
It's going good, Goated. Thanks for asking, dude. We're chilling. Watching this nice little tourney.
There's a launch pad there and so many materials.
This is game-changing loot right now. They've got the builds to go for it if they want.
They're going to do it.
They're going to make the play.
A gold combat shotgun too, man.
Zane and Saf uncontested. That's one of those risk versus reward plays that can help set them up for 2 victory royales in a row.
Mongrel and Mitro's loot too, man.
Oh, that was
making a
and
statement.
we know that was juicy loot.
Yeah, they're making a statement saying, listen, we're here to play. Taking out the Evil, I didn't know they took them out, but they're definitely taking their loot.
Yeah, for sure, as they are still above the
still great rotation items too. They both each have a launch pad, both have 2 shotgun grenades, and they're gonna go. He didn't get it though. They try to get both at the same time.
Oh, nice.
This is it. Another massive rotation going to be taken to the center of Pleasant Park. They're 167 damage.
Got a launch.
Above the threshold, so they're looking pretty good right now. The question is, are they going to keep mid-ground, go for low ground, high ground? What's the play?
They didn't get the launch pad. He might have to use his own. Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He hits his head on something, which takes him down from having to, fly all the way up and get beat. As they're going to challenge high ground right now. Zayt and Saf looking to do what many would think is impossible, which is
Zayt is hella weak, bro.
In the stack lobby, just saw Falconer in the feed as well. Arkram with an elimination too. 19
Snappy and Red Rush on high ground.
Points, Ninja, and these duos know exactly that.
This is the tournament in New York, bro. The Fortnite World Cup.
Be the difference between first and dead last.
What are they gonna do? Are they gonna prioritize rotation in and not taking damage, or are they gonna try to play it a little risky?
Bro, nice tunnels. Holy crap.
Definitely open up to a lot of spray, shotgun shots, AR shots. Someone suddenly taking the high ground on you. So it all depends on how their play style is gonna unfold, man.
Many more duos remaining in this game, unlike the last one. Zayt with another elimination right there on a KBB. You got Snappy and Red Rush on the high ground, and Saf
over the play. The high ground play.
The high ground. Take Willie.
Oh.
He's gonna get it. He has it. Zayt's got high ground. Zayt has high ground as they go to try to push for 2 victory.
What is that Snappy kid doing?
Saf is there as well, but Snappy just appeared
Oh my god, that actually worked out. That actually worked out. Mega is still alive. Warven is alive. See, Stompy, Vinny.
He is obviously a talented player, top player. He can definitely make something happen, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do.
Cease has been by himself.
Zayt is now a solo.
Moment of this game when Elevate went down at 98 players remaining, and he's somehow still alive. There goes Mega. You've got Darox and Item on the low ground. Vorwin
Zexro and Vinny is alive.
with about 100 HP. Uh-oh. Here comes Vinny and Zexro. They're trying to challenge for the high ground.
He's right now being held in the stone with 5 limbs. He's going to be eliminated from the back. Zayt
Warven, good shit.
Snappy still with the high ground. Zex and Vinny and TSM crew looking good, and they're going to take it. They just took high ground. Snappy gave it to him.
And they just got the high ground. Great use of the shockwave as well. Vinny as well as Zexro on hype for the moment. 5 eliminations so far. They're putting their names in the hat for potential victory.
Nice, dude. They got 5 kills.
Forward now with eliminations back to back. 4 players left in this
No
one.
match.
Zexro and Vinny spraying from the high
Good
ground.
shit.
It's a 2 versus 1. The player right on the edge of the zone. The shockwave into the air. And he's going to drop on down to hype for the moment. The spray coming on in.
Nice, dude. Let's go. 17 points.
Takes game 2.
Good shit.
Both alive. You love to see it.
The victory royale and 7 eliminations. Look at Vinny's hype and Zexro looks like
he was stunned.
They forgot his fries on a fast Why am I thinking about food?
What is he
Oh my
doing?
Jack, it's pretty expected at this point.
God damn it, Zexro.
2 NA teams have taken game 1 and game 2, and honestly, I think that we can all say that the teams hyped up the most have been, but guess what? Mongrel and Mitro, man, they've also been performing well. They still have so many points from eliminations.
Yep.
Oh man, what a great shotgun shot. They were perfectly in sync. They're even jumping and shotgunning at the same time. Vinny, pop off, man. You love the pop off.
So hyped. Zexro's about to start cranking 90s or default dancing in the lobby.
Like he's trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game.
Yeah.
Like that's what that focus is. That reminds me. I've been in this situation before. He grabbed his hand and took it for himself, man. That's a top teammate, man. Great synergy.
Let's go,
What a
dude. That's
start
dope.
to today's competition. The energy in here is insane. I am looking around, and there are thousands and thousands of people filling up the Arthur Ashe Stadium live from New York City. Again, my name Jack Courage Dunlop, joined by Tyler Ninja Blevins for what is the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. $30 million on the line this weekend. Millions will be tuning on in from across the world. There's so many ways to watch, and we're just 1/3 of the way done with today's action, and it's already been fantastic.
Don't even want it to end, man. I could be here all night. These games are incredible.
Yep.
And just listen, if you guys are watching at home, you guys want to be here, right? You guys want to be competing. Take notes.
Yeah.
Watch these players. Watch how they build. Watch the fights that they take, the way they rotate. And we'll see you guys here next year, man.
Well, guess what? Game number 2 ended with style with the North American duo of Vinny and Zexro taking it there on the floor with none other than Jordan Fisher.
Thank you so much, Courage. I appreciate that. NA showing up and taking care of business. Games 1 and 2, Vinny and Zexro with a fantastic in, both together, which is an incredible thing, right? Walk me through the just in-game for you guys.
So the comms are kind of hectic because of all the noise, but we're just really good
These
at playing
games are
together,
fucking
like, for the
hectic
longest
and lit
duo that
and
have
amazing
played
and
together, so
exciting.
Great. Fantastic work, guys. Back to you, Ninja and Courage.
Goated, you seem to not be understanding anything about this
Thank you so
tournament,
much,
huh?
Jordan, the duo of Vinny and Zexro.
I
they've always
CBA
been known as being
explaining.
So aggressive.
Yeah.
From all the times we've seen them in these competitive tournaments, while they might be some younger players, they've definitely been around the block here in competitive Fortnite.
Again, you just see them, just like a lot of other talent here, always at the top of the duo qualifiers every single week. Even though they already qualified, they continue to keep playing, and practicing. Guess what? They just took the game number 2. You gotta be pumped right now, man. Once you win one of these games, you can't let up, though. Again, and that's why I love
Ninja
that
just
Zexro
spoke
immediately. I felt like he was just talking
false
about what are we gonna do next? Hey, man, good job. We won that.
facts.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Right? How are we gonna change? Maybe even do better somehow. Get more limbs in game 3.
No, for sure. And they know that. They're not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. Folks, we have our standings after game number 2. Where are things playing on out? It is still Zayt and Sap at the top. Dubs and Mega at 18 points in second.
Ooh.
Zexro and Vinny with that performance go from 0 points up to 17, Ninja. And that is the beauty of how this plays on out. Anyone can have a pop-off game and come right back. Mongrel and Mitro still in your top 5, as well as Serpent Hype, Darox, Item, Borwin, and Tux, Snappy, and Red Rush all there.
Trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game. Yeah. Like that's what that focus is. That reminds me, I've been in this situation before. He grabbed his hand. Points right, Benji and Mr. Savage, they fell out of the top 10. But look at that. Storm and Epic Whale, 12 points. Daedra, M11Z, 12 points, 12 points, 12 points. All they need is 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 extra eliminations right there, and boom, they'll move up 6 places. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's still anyone's game, all right? 2 pop-off games, 1 pop-off game, boom, you're already in the top 5.
Remember, if you get 50th place or 11th place, from that whole time in between, you win $100,000 as a duo.
Still.
But if you go from 10th up to 1st, it jumps all the way to 3 million. So everyone, eyes on that top prize. We are just 1/3 of the way through the action today, but I know we've had a lot of fun up here, Ninja. What an absolute blast. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a round of applause to Ninja for hopping in for some guest casting? What a great job.
Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Pleasure to be here.
That's going to do it for us for now up here on the caster desk, but I know Zeke is down on the floor with some notes for you all.
Thank you guys so much, man. What an awesome first 2 set of games from Saf and Zay locking down the lobby to Zexro and Vinny just coming in super clutch. And of course, guys, you've been here. We got to see Ninja. He got to go ahead and commentate some games. So what I want to know from you is, have you guys had a good time? Have you enjoyed it? If so, just let me hear you. You know, that was so-so. Let's pretend I didn't ask. Have you guys been enjoying yourselves? That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, we've got quite a bit more games left to get through, but, you know, if you've been watching for a long time, you know I'm a big fan of everyone that loves Fortnite. It's all about bringing people together. And I like to say Fortnite fam, that's my thing. That's what I do. And, you know, there's actually a lot of people from around the world that have come here to compete, to watch, to be part of all of this. And I thought, what better way to give back to you guys than to teach you how to say Fortnite from all around the world. So in just a moment, we're going to take a look at a video, and I can't wait because this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. A lot of work went into making this happen, so I can't wait for us to watch this together. Let's take a look.
Hello Fortnite fam.
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요.
Fred Fortnite TV.
Jag har till Rio.
Tjena Fortnite-folk.
Jag är fan du Fortnite.
What's up Fortnite fam?
포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요. What's up Fortnite fam? Hey, 저는 Fortnite fans.
What's up Fortnite fam?
Was geht Fortnite-Freunde?
冠军等着我们。
What's up Fortnite fam?
Yo, what's up Fortnite fam?
Are you trying to do the floss?
Sorry, I'm texting.
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up Fortnite fam?
What's up, Fortnite fam?
E aí, galera do Fortnite?
What's up Fortnite fam?
G'day, Fortnite fam.
Bonjour, comment ça va les fans de Fortnite?
G'day, Fortnite fam.
Cheer up Fortnite fam.
What up, boys?
That was even better than I thought it would be. Just embrace it. We, as a collective, are the Fortnite fam. Get used to it. We're here to stay. Now, guys, you know, there's a few more things I want to take a look at before we hop back into the next game. One of the things to kind of do if you're here or if you're at home, you've been watching, Ninja actually had a pretty dope hoodie, a World Cup kind of exclusive hoodie. Would you like one of those things? Would you like one of the crazy World Cup shirts that we have? You can totally get your hands on one. Head on over, retailroad.com. Get yourself a nice shirt. We've got some hoodies. We've got hats. We've even got the little drone that's the battle bus. It looks amazing. The top balloon is actually the drone, so you've got the bus that's literally flying around. You best believe I'm going to pick one up and mess around with my family. They're not ready for it.
Yeah, I saw that link.
There's some on your screen. Also,
what up, Jay?
That drift shirt, by far, my favorite piece of merchandise ever. Those of you that really do know me, you know I love Drift. He's easily my favorite character. But just some cool things. If you're looking to get some World Cup exclusive thing, go ahead and take a look. Now, for those of you who have also been watching kind of all 10-week qualifiers long, you know we love Golden Boy. And there's actually one thing specifically he was kind of telling people as we were going through interviews. And that was, hey, when we get to New York, you're gonna be in my hometown, let's catch up and get a slice of pizza. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, Zeke, what about like everyone else? Why is it just Golden Boy? Well, he's a Golden Boy and he's selfish and he wanted the pizza all for himself. Get called out. That's right, now the world knows. But a few of those players actually took us up on the offer. They went out for some pizza. They had a night on the town. So let's take a look together and check this out.
New York City. We got the Statue of Liberty.
Bro,
Central
eating
Park,
ice cream
the Empire State Building,
or ice
and
popsicle
the first ever Fortnite World Cup.
when it's so hot is the best
I couldn't
feeling
be
ever.
more excited about the greatest Fortnite players from around the world coming to my hometown to duke it out. But before the action started, I took World Cup qualifying players Aiden and Chinkin out to show them the Big Apple, starting with PC Gaming Cafe, Waypoint.
What's up, boys? Welcome to Waypoint. Good to see you. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. All right, fellas, let's go and grab a drink.
Let's go.
All right. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here in my hometown, New York City. Thoughts on it so far? Chinkin, we'll start with you.
Hot,
Okay.
a lot of people.
Yeah. Hot and a lot of people. I'm sorry, but also welcome to New York. That's kind of the way it is out here. Where are you from in Austria?
Austria, like I'm here Salzburg.
And the population?
40K.
I think it was like 40,000 people in the train that you were in on the way here.
Probably like
Yeah, so,
there was so many people.
Now I want to talk about the competition at hand because obviously this is going to be the biggest opportunity, I would imagine, of your lives. You're going to be playing in front of a massive crowd. Is there a way as a player that you prepare for that?
I don't think like there's a way to like prepare for it.
Yeah.
But try to like calm down, not get like nervous, not get shaky and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we should be good. Like
It's still crazy having like a live crowd.
Yeah.
I try not to take tournaments like too seriously. If I play relaxed, I feel like I do better. I remember when everyone's like, this guy looks like he's just chilling on his couch at home, the casters, and it was like, I was just relaxed, you know, and
Yeah.
just I feel like I played better.
Okay, so gentlemen, we're going to be heading off to some different sites around the city. We're going to go to Washington Square Park, so let's go and check it out.
Ricardo, what up? That's our bro, mama. Which one?
All right, so now here we are in Washington Square Park, gentlemen. And I love the fact that we've conveniently set this up. I don't know what these pieces would symbolize.
I don't know.
I'm not too sure. Is it like king or queen? While we have this here, let's talk about competition. You guys are potentially going to be facing off against each other. Have you thought about that now?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the L2 spam like.
Man's got makeup on, bro.
Feel the L2 spam?
I've watched them play a little bit. Him and Stompy, they're very like, I've seen them play aggro before. It's pretty scary. So if you have chemistry where you can play without even talking, you guys know what you're gonna do. That's like, team like that's gonna win. So
what you guys are going to experience this weekend, this is the first Fortnite World Cup. You're going to be playing for millions of dollars potentially. Has that even set with you guys yet?
even if
I
it's
wonder
not
how
me,
much
I'm
Golden
thinking
Boy gets
there's gonna
paid
be
for casting.
millionaires after this tournament. There's
Yeah.
gonna be millionaires.
Life-changing money.
I
Not
try
casting,
not to
but,
be,
like,
I'm not like greedy about it or
commentating.
anything. I just it's
Whatever
really
the
nice to
fuck
see,
it's
like,
called.
people that nobody know about and they could just blow up off of this.
All right, I'm going to dive more into that, but I think it's time to get a slice of pizza.
Take you out for a good pizza.
We'll get some pizza.
To give everyone pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna show up with 2 giant boxes of pizza. Say I won't, Bala. Say I won't.
And
You
I
won't.
kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you, all the players, and they all ignored me, So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, open qualifiers.
Yeah.
You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. So I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm gonna enjoy my time here.
Yeah, we just try to like make our fans happy. I'm really looking forward to play on the stage in front of 100,000 people.
Do you feel like the fans and
Millions
how
of
they've been
people.
supporting you all on this road to this, do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it gives just more support for me. I feel more like happy to be here when there's all these people, whether they're rooting for me or other players. Fortnite's grown so much, and I just can't wait to see all like the crowd. And
Eat
I
your
know it's gonna
pizza,
get bigger
bruh.
and bigger every event. So,
Fellas, best of luck at the Fortnite World Cup this weekend. Seriously, nothing but the best for you. But we're in the thick of things here in New York, so I think we got to get some more pizza. You guys down? All right, let's do it.
New York's got everything, and this weekend, most importantly, it's got the Fortnite World Cup. Now that these two have had their slice, let's see how they handle the competition.
Why Solar? To be fair, from all the interviews and player profiles,
Good guy, Golden Boy.
the
You gotta
14-year-olds,
love him.
all
You
they've
can't
said is
not.
like
He's
buy a
just
house
the
for their
best, and it's
family
really
or
cool to
something
get to
like
go
that,
out,
and
hang
save
out
the
with
money.
Aiden,
So
get some pizza and just tour New York. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, guys, there is
just hope they don't
actually
do something stupid.
a dynamic duo that we want to talk to. We actually have Jordan Fisher standing by. He's going to be chatting with Nyx and PF Zin. These guys qualified back from the Brazilian
licking a
region.
lollipop ice
They've got
cream.
some things to say. So, Jordan, let's go over you.
Thank you, my friend. I've got
My
Nyx and
son,
PF Zin
lollipop
here.
online.
Nyx, you have been absolutely dominating in the last few weeks, especially where the solos and the duos are concerned, being the first Brazilian player to qualify.
Bro, how
for
can
the
you
World
not
Cup. Can
know
you talk to me a
English?
little
That's
bit about
kinda
the
awkward in my
dynamic
opinion.
that the two of you share as partners?
Oh fuck, I just
Nyx,
spilled. I
você
should
estava
shut up to be
dominando
honest.
nas últimas semanas, principalmente para os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar um pouco sobre a dinâmica de vocês?
Eu e o PFzinho costuma jogar bem agressivo e tentar pegar o máximo de eliminações possível.
PFZ and I, we try to play as aggressively as possible and get as many eliminations as we can.
As you should in the name of Battle Royale. Right now, PF Zin, you seem to balance out the fiery kind of loose cannon nature of Nyx, who is obviously a dominant player, kind of helping him set up for a solid end game. What's it been like to work with such a young and fiery player like Nyx?
PFzinho, você parece que você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante do Nyx. Então, como é que é isso para você fazer esse lado mais balanceado da dupla?
Basicamente eu tenho uma role de suporte, então eu meio que fico nas backlines e ele vai na frente. Quando a gente tem o high ground, por exemplo, ele tem a função de ficar embaixo matando todo mundo e eu controlando o high ground. Basicamente é um lado mais estratégico, enquanto ele é o lado mais agressivo.
Basically, I have more of a support role. Whenever we're in high ground, I'm just more in the background supporting him. Like he has a more aggressive role.
Setting him up.
Yeah.
To fire the loose cannon at the end. It reminds me of the very W key in a West that I play on all the time, and that has really, just got me cranking my 90s on a regular basis. You know about that courage, right? Am I right?
I think those kids should go learn English instead of playing Fortnite.
Whoa. Jordan, it's back to me. Come on, Courage, he's just found the chicken parmesan. Someone whispered the word and he went running. You hate to see it. Also, big shout out to Nyx and PF Zin. I actually chatted with Nyx very quickly. He walked up and was like, "Hi, I'm Nyx." And I'm thinking, this guy knows how to talk. So I talked a bunch of stuff, told him much I loved him. Turns out he didn't understand any of it. So I had to get a translator and tell him that I love him. But that's how things go. Now, of course, guys, I know what you want. You want more games. We have 4 more on deck. So I think for now, we're going to send it back up to Golden Boy and Monster. They're going to get us into these games. So how's CJ Mike Realm? Play us in.
All right, huge shout out to DJ Mike Realm, spinning the 1s and 2s here at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Golden Boy alongside Masa D-Face, Boricua Boys back at it again, looking to bring you the fun as we have games 3 and 4 on deck. And so far, this has been one of the most exciting events I've ever been to. That game 1
was ridiculous. Game 2 did not disappoint as well, Monster.
No, it didn't. I thought for a second there we're going to see back-to-back performances from Zay and Sap. And I mean, we honestly did. Everyone that was in the top 10 contestant, even Miz and Daedra, they were performing. We saw them cut it all the way through. And it's that level of consistency that's going to cut the difference in making it all the way through the top 10 and being a World Cup winner.
What I've loved seeing is that standings page, top 10, international through and through. You got the Japanese players popping off, European players popping off, players from New Zealand. Everyone's putting in every little bit they can. But folks, it's now time for game number 3. The players are all loaded up in the battle bus, and we are about to take off. Let's see who's going to get much closer to raising the trophy and being your Fortnite World Champions of Duos. Here we go.
Keep it going, Golden Boy, because we are jumping into game 3 as these cameras populate. Your favorite competitors are here. They've made it this far. It's the duo competition. If you were nervous before, hopefully they kicked the bucket over this little break here, and they're back, and they're recuperating.
I know I practically kicked the bucket after Vinny and Zetro won game 2, man. I was feeling it, man. It was nuts. And there they are on your screen. So the drop for the bus here, it's going to be a north to south one going right over that ice biome. It's going to cut pretty much center of the map there. And Vinny and Zetro,
Two llamas near Lonely Lodge. What the fuck?
This well, Monster. This is a duo that had so much success. Even going into the World Cup qualifiers, we all were like, yeah, this is a duo that definitely should make it. This is a duo that, hey, they could even win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then tragedy struck as Zetro had a few problems with you know, arthritis.
No one contested
with his hands, and I'm make sure I'm getting that right. And I'm just bummed out about that. Good to see them here showing up, man. That's huge.
I mean, that's what you expect of our competitive veterans, specifically Zexro, Vinny. They go back to as many of the LAN tournaments that we've seen, as does Zay and Sap. But anyways, look, in here we have UN KBB. He's going to take down Mexi. Is Scram close by? Is he close enough? And this is a battle going down in Snobby Shores. So off the rip here,
why do
we
these
have
dudes keep
players
contesting
getting
each other,
dropped.
bro?
That's actually going to be our first elimination. Lucky for us to catch that one, but there's shots coming in from the Viking Island right up above, and he just kind of turns a corner, sweeps him up, catches that full elim there. So that's his now. We got a little toe-to-toe action here, Golden Boy.
Very rough situation to be in here, but Zexro now looking to engage in this one. Potentially here's going to have, we're going to go over to his POV now. Kind of get, it's a little wild, man. It's like just getting the bearings all together here, I think, for the players as well. That moment where they can just have that conversation. What are they going to do? How are they going to just implement?
I wonder how annoying
the
background audio is there.
Do you mix it up? Do you change your drop spots? These are things that are going to be so important for these players. The time that they can take to just communicate with one another. Now Scram looking to be potentially in a world of hurt here. We heard from Nyx, PF Zin earlier on. This is the Brazilian duo. I don't think they know that. Yes, Scram, they're going to be on the hunt for him, so they know that he's around here. They're just trying to sniff him out.
Yeah, and if you were in the Players' Lounge, you could feel the tension, specifically when we brought up the Brazilian duos, the Brazilian players. These guys qualified, and they qualified with heavy elimination. Nyx especially being one of our only players to, like, literally qualify as hard as you can in the, you know, for the weekend.
He was at it each and every week. You constantly saw him at the top every single time. It was so impressive, and also qualified for solo, so we'll be seeing Nyx tomorrow. And then you got Scram. He's got 2 eliminations, but he's just hiding this one out. He hears them making all that ruckus, all the noise around him, and Scram just does not want to give up his position. Perhaps he grabbed his teammate's reboot card. He's maybe looking for that play. But Nyx and PF Zin, they have to have
I would have a heart attack, bro. 2 people
here.
near me, and I'm in the basement.
He does not want to give up his position here. He's actually just hiding in the basement right now, hoping that these guys just kind of blow by like dust in the wind right here. As Nyx and PF Zin, they think it's clear. They think it's all good because they came in and they just wrapped up one of the other players. They actually didn't initiate the battle against Mexi and Scram here. So Scram might just get lucky and be able to kind of sneak on by as he hears this powerhouse duo, this Brazilian duo, kind of loot their way through and make their way to the zone soon.
And loot they definitely will, because they're getting a lot of resources out of this. Scram over in the distance, he's going to be out of there, but now we're making our way over to the action. It's happening with 7SSK7. Got Spades and Crimmed now looking to push on for this fight here, potentially. Got some shots going off. Crims is going to play that overlook position. Getting challenged there and trying to use that advantage from the down low. A little bit of that right hand, right? Just see if you can get a peek in there. Does get tagged up, Crims. That guy does back away there. Does manage to build out. And Spades is going to force him out. There you go. So they're just right now playing for that positioning, and I like the fact that they're using these, you know, the natural high grounds, right? Get to the top, hold it down. Don't really focus too much on just trying to get in their face quite yet. Give yourself that moment of opportunity and really get a lay of the land and then going for the engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. The best duos will try their best to isolate their opponents, really force them into, you know, very weird situations like this, force the 1v1s, and hopefully get those free shots and then pursue the push here. So again, look at how now they're split up again. So Spades and Crims are doing a great job here pressuring and isolating their opponents right now. And so far, they're definitely dictating the pace of battle here.
Yeah,
that's what they want to continue to do.
They're suffocating them.
Seven people have died so far.
Not
Ziff takes the kill.
There. I mean, Jamside and 7SSK7, they're looking, they're having a conversation of what the play is. What is the movement going to be?
I mean, they're in the safe zone. They're
not
chilling.
allow them that opportunity to breathe. That's going to be the down there. Crims managing to knock down Jamside. He's looking for 7SSK7 around the corner, and that's going to be the elimination registered. Both players are going to be out of there.
Damn.
And a big win there for
He
Crims
really
and
just
Spades.
eliminated them with a
push right there. Crims and Spades have so much to prove here because when they qualified, they were kind of looked down on like, wait a second, was it luck?
What
was
the
it
fuck
not?
were
No, they're here
Jamside
to
and the other
show
kid
it off
doing,
and
bro?
show why they're at the World Cup Finals.
They could have
Now,
played that so much
back
better.
with Miz and Daedra, we
Maybe
saw
they didn't
them
have mats, I don't know.
Great game one, came out top 10, and they're still in the running. They're in about the top 10 right now as well, based off of elimination.
I don't really know the whole story, so I can talk too much, but
too many placement points. They're heavily
they
dependent
are the
on
combat,
just
the other team on
piping up
attack.
these players at these points of interest, and looks like Lucky Landers is theirs right now.
And they'll have that, but let's see. It isn't Daedra. They linger about it. I love the fact that you go to this hot spot here, so there is going to be a bunch of free items that you're going to be able to pick up on. Also, you're going to have that circle advantage. It's right there, so you don't got to worry too much. You can continue to focus on looting. High ground has been lost, though. Miz needs to be careful. Where's Daedra at? He's going to be right next to him, trying to get these angles.
So what they have to do, they have to stick together. Looking for the sound cues right here. Can they find their opponent, catch a nice little low ground peek right here? Low ground is definitely underrated. If you can just kind of peek out, catch a big shot, you're almost guaranteed a headshot, which is a big multiplier.
Yeah, players don't really think about that, right? Like you always see Fortnite players go after the high ground. That's the bread and butter for a lot of players that play this game. But you know better than most that the low ground can pay dividends for you if you know how to take advantage of that positioning, and maybe some overzealous players to try and get aggressive on you. You got Gustavo along with Wishy.
I'm actually very interested to see if Gustavo's going to lead this push here, because specifically between these two players right here, this duo, this Brazilian duo, Gustavo doesn't necessarily lead the pushes. It's Wishy. Wishy's the aggressive one here. So he has the ultimate high. He's always looking for the shot. What are they going to do? It's just a nice standoff.
Yeah, and that's this whole event, right? Players have just been very cautious about what they want to do. They are not trying to get too aggressive in these fights. They know what's on the line here. Millions in prizing is on the line. You do not want to make a bad decision. Be one of those teams that are eliminated out early on. But Gustavo's going to be putting shots down. Focusing this player, forcing him to actually build up. He has no builds to work with as well. 19 HP remaining, and just a hope and a prayer, but unfortunately for him, that was not going to be enough there. Gustavo's out. Wishy isn't going to happen for him either. And Miz, he's feeling it. That's going to be 2 elims for this duo.
You gotta love the snarky little smirk right there on his face when you get those 2 points.
Smirky.
Feels so good.
It's really good. It feels really good. And then Volks
feels
and Parpy,
amazing.
Parpy actually dealing with this battle. And this other player that actually got the high ground against him was focus firing on Volks. Parpy pushing back.
Ooh, Zayt gets a kill.
I wonder,
on
you
Hunter.
split up like this, but Volks and Parpy, they love playing a very aggressive style. They'll get in your face. They'll box you out if they need to.
Yeah, without a doubt, this duo was unmatched when it came down to eliminations in the qualifying rounds. They had the most, actually, and even pulled off a consecutive 5 victories in 8 games to qualify for one of the
Fucking
weekends.
cracked,
Volks
bro.
and Parpy, another kind of reference to game one, they had a great game one. We saw them picking up duos, but we haven't seen them necessarily make it through to end game. All they have to do is kind of slow it down here, and that's what they're trying to do, but being split up is terrible.
Also, in the distance, I just want to make note, Wolfie's a very aggro controller player. He's another one. I think that we've seen a fun mixture of players that look to get that safe approach to the game, and then others that just want to take early fights, get some points early on, because maybe they're playing that early game strategy rather than like focusing so hard. Like if you get late game, that's great, but you do want to rack up a few eliminations. Look how low the points are that have been thus far in games 1 and 2. Get yourself a few elims and then maybe manage to make it to that top 15, which is very hard given how
it's crazy how these games and online games are so different.
Games 1 and 2, we were at what circle 5 or circle 5. I think we were sitting at like 45, 46 players. They're just
playing an online game like first game qualified, they will get like 60 points, and now it's like 15 points, if even that.
One of my picks to watch. Have sort of been struggling in the format so far. I guess when the real pressure's on, you know, the environment shifts, right? Everything changes.
That's right. Everything changes here, and Crew does manage to get that shot off, or attempted to, with that tactical shotgun. It was not going to get the connection necessary there, but it did put the fear in the player to have to back away. Both players, well, respecting the space from one another. The stinkers come out. Crew and Chapix having to get out of there, and they're going to use
nice shockwave.
I believe the shockwave nade to just fly on out of there. Didn't see the purple over their bodies there, but they were able to fly on out of that fight. Could have gotten real risky for them.
I was going to say, that was a respectful disengage. You only got 6 games here, 2 of which have happened.
Yeah, that's
they need big performances. They have to push towards placement and end game. So good on them to kind of back up.
Chaos.
When you have stinkers, there's no defense against it. You get chunked down right through your builds. It really is annoying to go against. And speaking about the stinkers here, Epic Whale's under pressure right now.
He's so
pissed. Chunk him down. They force him off of the campfire, and we'll see if he returns to it. Yep, here you go.
Yeah, you're only going to get so much time with that campfire. Epic Whale, along with
he's gonna get like
Storm.
6 more HP with that camp.
This is a week 10 qualified duo. Last moment you could possibly have it happen, and they managed to pull it off. Maybe this could be the game for them. Another dominating duo in the scene, Airwalks and Nikov. Airwalks winning the Pro-Am yesterday 2 times now. This is a whole new ball game. Best players in the world in this lobby. It's not going to be a cakewalk, and he knows that. It hasn't been the best run thus far for Airwalks and Nikov.
Yeah, and it was their last final games there. Notice the text right there. The fast track Airwalks and Nikov qualified for the Fortnite World Cup in their final 7 games. That's intense.
He just read that so wrong.
Struggling so close on the cusp every single weekend, so close to qualifying. If it was 5 placements, they were 6 or so like that. It was that close for them. But jumping in here, Crew is going to put some pressure down, and it looks like his teammate has been traded out as well. He's already gone.
Also going to see some eliminations over in the feed as well.
Skeptic gets a kill.
Who just cleaned up on Volks, but Septic took out X-Mend. And then I think I saw XXM pop up there on the receiving end of a shot there, so will be out of the action as well. Crew by himself has 1 elimination. Going to be looking to get as many points as possible. Now we're going to be sitting with 40 duos left alive. We're going into the next circle here in just a little bit. It's going to start to collapse. Salty Springs.
Damn.
It's going to be the point of interest for all of our
Warven
players
goes
here.
down.
Got a lot of bodies that are going to be lingering outside. Some that are even as far out as Dusty Divot, like on the northern end of it, sticking around there. So maybe trying to get some last-minute loot, perhaps. We'll have to see.
Here is Parpy looking for that peak. Volks and Parpy always tend to stay together, but wait a second, that was a tricky little shockwave right there. He did try to sneak his way into the build. He takes the wall. What are you going to do with it? Crew still looking for the replacement here. He gets it on land, takes the wall. 184. Crew's excitement, you can feel it from here. That was a huge shot.
Let's go.
With the new tactical shotgun, the legendary.
That's right. When you're feeling it, man. He went right for the fight. Ambitious, the young player there from Sweden.
The other guy had a shit shotgun.
Age, man, and he's playing for millions of dollars. So many of these players. They're just young ones. We have a lot of young fans here in the arena today. Maybe next year this could be them.
Maybe, dude.
You got a few of the veterans. Zexro, Vinny, saw Nate Hill, as well as Funk, Mongrel, Mitro, Aiden there in the corner.
Did you just say Funk Mongrel?
Game 2 winners, Zexro and Vinny. No eliminations to their name thus far. I mentioned Wolfie's aggro controller player. He went right for Nyx and just take him out on that one.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Wolfie hopefully catch some more highlights before the weekend's over. Touch base with him. He's a great kid, definitely enthusiastic about being here at the World Cup, and he feels totally prepared. He's ready to represent. He's one of the few controller players who actually qualify for this weekend. It's a big weekend for a lot of players, obviously, clearly. Here you have Cease and Elevate. They haven't found the rhythm.
They've been a little quiet, man. They won WSOE, a great duo that has had success in the past, but this has just not been their game so far. Got to get something to turn it around. The talent is certainly there. I think I saw someone on the Fortnite competitive Reddit mention, why is no one talking about Cease and Elevate? And I think it's just important to note that in order for us to talk about it, they got to start doing some things. And I think games 1 and 2 has not been their game. Yeah, and I mean, we were there in the warm-up rounds. A lot of players were not necessarily revealing strategy, but whoa, that's a huge shot on Ziff right there as Mitro sends one flying down the field right there. Sent him packing. Dear me. All right, so back into the action at hand. We're gonna have 36 duos left in this. Notable names, obviously, Mega and Dubs. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage. A lot of people in the crowd popped for Benji Fishy when he walked out, as well as Mr. Savage. For due reason, this is a stupendous duo. The double snipe combination from Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage.
Big shot right there. These double snipes, you gotta be careful. There's no standing still in a box here because you might eat one right there. They line up another.
That's right.
Not quite successful that time around,
oh.
but hey, all damage matters. Storm
a bolt
surge,
heavy, okay, I see.
You cannot stay idle. There are no free passes.
77 bullets, Mongrel gets a kill.
One,
Macwood gets a double.
A lot of victims. You have to be engaging in fights. You cannot stay still. There's
60 people, 34 teams.
Nyrox right behind.
Oh, Benji's knocked.
Organization.
Did he get sniped?
Gonna be down. Just saw that one off on the side. Mr. Savage now having to deal with a player that had engaged on him. Gonna get built above. He just needs to wait this one out here, but Benji does get cleaned up. Yeah, that was going to be Fwexy.
And that was such a sneaky ambush right there. He used the shadow bomb, pushed up. Notice Benji was kind of
Fwexy's low, bro.
Players with that sniper, you cannot hold down scope right there. He ate a shotgun to the face, and that's why Benji goes down. And I love what Savage did here. He just went for high ground. He had to immediately get out of there and leave his duo behind. So what can Mr. Savage do? One of the best mechanical players here today. What can he do by himself?
It's not going to be easy. Not with a lobby like this. At this point in time, he's really just looking to play the keep away game. Maybe he can pick off a player with that.
Maybe. He's got a lot of ammo, bro. No combat, a pump.
Nowhere near.
Zexro gets a kill.
Currently. He's still looking to harass some players. Put some pressure on them. Now you see that half in, half out circle. Only 2 duos are going to be inside of there. So everyone's going to have to start to move over to that east side. It's going to be a struggle for so many
Skeptic
players.
and clicks next to
fucking
Nate Hill.
They want to try and gatekeep, prevent these players from
getting Skeptic
inside.
takes Nate Hill.
You want to watch right now during this rotation. Mongrel and Mitro, they are masters
2
at
kills.
Executing, especially when they have mobility
Elevate
like this
gets
to
a
cut
kill.
across the field. They are on the hunt
50
right
people
now.
left.
There's no reason for them to rush. Once they spot out someone, they're gonna
look at Mitro's face, bro.
Target. Yeah, they're gonna wait for you to make that mistake. And with the nerves at an all-time high here.
Oh, he's white. Look at his face.
In judgment.
Mr. Savage gets a kill on Fwexy.
When we were looking at players,
I'm just gonna call him Fwexy.
Warmed up. So much at stake here, but there's the launch pad. It's gonna go out now. Need to be wary of getting beamed in the sky. So many times you think that you're just gonna be sailing away with no problem, not a care in the world, and then you just end up losing all of your shields, all of your HP, and then that's it. You're done.
I've seen it countless number of times.
Nice.
Tweet out, you know, you fly across, you get taken out the sky, but it's all about timing. Neither Mitro nor Mongrel were shot once on that rotation, and it was massively done right there. And it looks like they're tracking so beautifully.
Mega gets a kill. Vinny gets a kill.
Rotate on by in a shadow bomb, but that was not enough.
You are not safe from the shadows there, buddy. Another thing, too, was that when they were out of position for a brief moment, the way that they were able to just get back together, right? That patience with one another, the communication, you need to have it when you're getting down to these final moments. 25 duos are going to still be standing here. You got Calculator and Macwood. They're going to have that high ground up above. They shouldn't be comfortable just yet, because anything can happen here. Look at where that next circle is going to be going. Moves need to be made.
Well, with that RPG, I mean, they can basically take high ground at any given moment that they want nor choose. Calculator looking around, already on 4 eliminations for Macwood.
Holy. Zextro gets another kill. Let's go, Zex.
Can keep up right now.
Let's go, Mega.
I am just poking good fun because Calculator loves to talk a big game on the social medias.
He really does.
22 teams left.
He's a character without a doubt.
A lot of solos.
Games to be had. This is game 3 of the Fortnite World Cup Finals. It's time to put up or shut up for a lot of these players.
He's using my skin.
No extra mats. They do not waste more than they have to.
This was earlier on.
Mongrel goes down.
Elimination
Mega takes both.
Mongrel
Dubs is still alive too.
There you have it. Out of the
Bro,
game
he needs to give him a slurp.
That duo, European powerhouse, gonna pay there to Dubs and
Is he on
Mega.
height? Yeah.
So far, so good. Macwood again just holding this positioning right here. He is gonna get blocked out with his teammate.
Nate Hill takes out Clicks. Wait, Nate Hill got revived, bro. Why did they let them get to revive?
And they have a ton of builds to work with as well, Monster. 4 eliminations for Macwood. A great game for him thus far. That's 4 points for this duo, but he's gonna be taking some shots. Has to be careful there. There you can see the lay of the land, Monster.
Yes, the placement thresholds will be divvied out soon. There goes the Storm Surge already ringing down on players. Jay has to make a big move. Doesn't matter. Zate is going to wrap up rope here as Keys goes down as well, and the shots are flying.
Zextro and Vinny are still alive. Zate is still alive. Saf is still alive. Season Elevate. Arcra.
They're going to be in first place. If they keep this going, another dominant game for them, another high-placing game could be the difference maker to keep them in that first place position. Up on the high ground, Calculator and Macwood putting down shots yet again.
Mega is still alive. Dubs is still alive.
Look at the names that are here, though. The Rockets now starting to fly by Wolfies. Wolfies having to defend himself. Zate's going to be out of this.
How many Rockets that dude
got? To Saf, and Saf, he had to see his teammate go down, but his back's going to be to the Storm there. Now looking at Mega, who's waiting this one out. He knows on the right side of your screen, you can see it down low. These players are going to try and force their way into his box.
Kill.
So he has to play defense. He has to disengage. And there's Saf, who just lost his teammate Zafe. Now he's going to be running this one solo. And then up above, it's Macwood and Calculator. This whole time, they picked up 3 eliminations from that whole exchange, Monster.
Zaf.
Exactly where you want to be. They're still putting this pressure down. And Zaf is looking for one. But
Zextro gets knocked.
Take him out right there. So Vinny's going to find his first elimination. And he has so much health. He is in the game right now, although by himself.
That's not Vinny's first kill, is it?
And now Oslo, bad sniper, one of the few duos.
How'd Zextro die, bro? He was like full HP.
With a massive
Mega and Dubs are alive.
He's still in as well. Bad snipers at 11 eliminations with Oslo here.
Wow, unreal stuff. Bad sniper is going to be out of this one. Macwood and Calculator.
Vinny's getting focused.
On the mid, down below. Dubs and Mega, one of the premier duos here at the Fortnite
Go on,
World
Dubs.
Cup Finals. Could they
Go
get
on, Mega.
And wrestle the control away from Calculator and Macwood.
What's up, Paradox? I don't know.
Vinny. You can see that engagement down low, but we got to focus on what's going on above here.
Mega has 5 kills, dude. Vinny with 2 kills. That dude has 8 kills. Holy.
Where they want to go. They want to try and
Dubs has 0.
Arkram just eliminated Vinny on that, and it's going to be Oslo and Arkram down low. But you're going to have a clash, a 2v2 in the high and in the mid ground. And Dubs and Mega feeling that pressure, needing to just dial back here.
No hits taken on Mega.
I think what they're doing is they're just trying to see if they're going to run out of builds. Potentially, I mean, the
Arkram goes down.
Has just been defense, defense, defense.
Yes, that's right. Oslo's now left by himself. All he has
the
to do is
2v2v1.
Fighter fight, so long as he doesn't bother them. But Dubs and Mega try to go
no.
for the high ground and make a fatal error.
Dubs,
and fall to the low here, Golden Boy.
This isn't looking good there. Mega and Dubs, they have
Oslo might be dead, bro.
The ultimate low ground. Oslo's gonna be outside, but they get the elimination.
Nice.
They're holding the high ground.
GG's.
And that's the victory royale. Macwood pops off in game 3. 7 eliminations for him, 2 for Calculator, 9 total, plus the victory royale. 19 points for that duo. Crushed it.
There was just something about the loadout. Seeing that RPG once they already were holding the best point, the high ground. You just knew.
They just
Pressure, and
muted.
that's what Macwood did there. What was it, 7 eliminations? Hey, shout
He
out
just
to Calculator too.
swore.
He got a couple at the end.
He just swore, bro. That's why they muted.
Dubs and Mega constantly playing that
He just
defense.
cussed.
Credit to Macwood and Calculator.
No
for the way
respect.
they continue to apply the pressure, and then it was the shock, sending them down low, forcing them into that engagement. Credit to Oslo now, who traps instantly to see maybe he can get a cheeky trap elimination. Didn't work out for him there, but a top 3 placing for him. Certainly got to be happy with that one. And then it came down to the final moment when Calculator and Macwood together were able to push his player with their combat shotties. Boom. That's the game. Happy they were there.
Look at their reaction.
So good. Gotta love their reactions right there.
Whew. What a game that was. Had a little bit of a slow ramp up, you know. But that's what Fortnite will do to you. You're just talking, you're having a conversation about where the positioning is going to be, and then out of nowhere, boom, you're in the action, you're in the fight, and things start to get wild. Great game there for Macwood and Calculator. Calculator winning on
3 for NA, 0 for EU so far.
Eat your heart out, Reddit.
I gotta say, you know, I'm sure he's proved a lot of people wrong, and you have to respect it.
Yeah.
But, Golden Boy, I want to see where we
That's
stand
right.
here.
Where are we right now? So at the top, it's still going to be Saf and Zate with 38 points. They have that victory royale from game 1 and 16 eliminations. Mega, Dubs, second place, looking pretty. No victory royales for them thus far. You saw Zexro and Vinny do the same thing, but it's Calculator and Macwood that jump up to 6th place. They have 22 points total, 12 eliminations in that game.
Damn, Zexro and Vinny, 28 points.
I want to take it one step further. Bad Sniper and Oslo jump up to 13 total eliminations. They didn't have anything up until this point. They just had one great pop-off game.
Yeah.
And suddenly, they're in the running here. It is anyone's game in the top 10 because you have to be consistent. And again, there's always those wild cards, those pop-off moments. And here's a look at page 2. Any of these guys are still in the running right now.
You got Bell and Scarlet, who've been wrestled out.
Bro, Benji,
of the
Fishy,
top
and Mr.
10.
Savage hasn't showed up
Japanese
yet.
duo who had a premier game in game
Come
number
on,
1.
bro.
Benji, Fishy, Mr. Savage saw their demise earlier on. They're going to have 13 points there, but you saw the standings, and we're in game 3. And these games are going to be so critical. Games 3 and 4 really set that tone, because once you get into like game 5, a lot of players are going to be down low. Like, there's opportunity for you to try and get your way into that top 20, which is where you're really going to start to get a lot in the prizing. But for the folks that are going to be sitting in top 10 right now, they're going to be feeling very nice about their current standings. For game 3 to be in 2nd place, Dubs and Mega, and then Saf and Zate still performing so well.
And that's the crazy part. Dubs and Mega. Everyone has been rooting for them. They're like that wild card that came out of nowhere, and they really swept the competitive community hard lately.
Yeah, that's right. So I did get word. We have Jordan standing by with our winners from game 3. Jordan, take it away.
NA really showing up and showing off today. It's amazing, seemingly tapping in that nail on the coffin. Such a please pardon the pun, I have to say, calculated game here from Calculator and Macwood. Guys, well matted, well utilized. You dominated high ground, seemingly all of that in-game.
I'm going off. Goodbye.